what's up everybody, I'm SuperSonicJB, welcome back to ReZero, the Prophecy of the Throne, on Nintendo Switch. So last time we figured out who the imposter was and everything, and yeah, it was Melty, so yeah, we found out more about Sakura, basically she's evil and everything, and yeah, we learned Wolf's true identity and everything, is Solemn and Puka. So, yeah, we did all that, and now continue on, and we're going to do more of the story, and finish the game in today's episode. So today's episode might be pretty long, so just a fair warning. So, we're going to go get started with the video. Make sure you hit that like button, as we really helps out a lot, and comment, subscribe to my channel.
It's showtime!
So yeah, we're just going to go jump into this.
What?
I see you have finished, Subaru. Did you manage to speak
Hello,
to
ladies.
Tiga?
Mealy? Why are you here? I know I asked Rem to wait for me, but...
I came back after finishing my business in the royal castle, but Ron was the only one at the inn. I asked her about you and she said you were all here. I was waiting for you. Then Miss Amelia arrived, so we waited for you together.
I see.
Aww.
Sorry it was out in the cold like this. Are you two okay?
Yes, I'm fine. They said so much to me during my questioning, but I got through it all. It is fortunate we were informed of what to expect by Miss Cruchet and Miss Anastasia beforehand. But what about you, Subaru?
Yeah, I talked to Tiga. I was able to ask a bunch of things, but...
I say that much, then stop myself. Not sure how much what I heard from Tiga I should tell Amelia and the others. Some of it's hard to believe, and some of it just Tiga's opinion. More importantly, the fake candidate has been identified. I don't want to tell them and end up apprehending Melty and her camp right away. It wouldn't feel right to sell things and discard their circumstances. I guess that's nothing more of my own self-indulgence.
Here's your bad habit again, Subaru.
Huh?
Bearing these burdens all by yourself, solving everything all on your own, you'll only collapse under the pressure. It happened once
true.
before, remember?
Well...
Or do you want to lay in my lap again?
What?
Yes. What? Rather lay in Rem's
That
lap,
will not
really.
do. Rem will offer her lap for Subaru.
Yay! Exactly! Exactly! The game heard me! It's like, I'd rather have Rem. Oh, you can do my lap instead. What? Okay.
You can't do this by yourself, so I think you should give up and tell us.
I think you need to do
I
it.
can't win against Mealy.
All my concerns feel like they've been pulverized by Amelia's smile. That is an adorable smile. That's pushing me too, and really, even if I find a solution, I probably won't be able to pull it off alone, so...
Then, I'll tell you everything as we walk. We'll think it all over together.
Of course. You can count on us. So, what did you want to think about?
Right. It's a way to make everyone happy.
Yeah. That would be really wonderful.
He's gonna tell them everything, huh? I'm glad. You're probably sure.
Saving.
Loop 5, Day 8. Maybe I should have ended that video like after that, but I don't know the spoilers for the game,
What
so...
a pleasant morning.
Ha!
There it is. Rom is still Rom, even in the early hours of the morning.
Yes, Sister is perfect every morning. She's likely even more perfect than she was yesterday.
You compliment me too much, Rem. But it is fitting. After all, I have been given an important duty.
You seem really motivated, Rom. But it is reassuring.
Of course, I wasn't able to accompany you yesterday. As soon as Lord Roswaal is prepared, we intend to get going. What about you, Miss Amelia?
I was told it's okay to wait at the inn, but...
She said I'm coming along. EMD, Amelia Major Determination!
There was the thing yesterday night, too. I think it's fine with Rem along, but maybe I should be there just in case, right? Yes. Rem doesn't have eyes on the back of her head, so having Miss Amelia along is very reassuring. See? So you rely on me too, Subaru.
I'm always being helped
Yay.
by you and Rem. But I know that it would be senseless to refuse your help just for that reason.
Then it's the same as ever. It's okay to rely on me.
Alright, I got it. Mealy and Rem are going with me. Rom's doing what we talked about yesterday.
Going along with Lord Roswaal to make the adjustments. While we had a favorable response last time, the location may affect the circumstances.
Wow, you really are reliable. Alright, let's do this.
Yes, leave it to me. Yes, let's do our best.
That goes without saying.
I kind of wish I saw a little bit what their reaction was after you told them the whole story and everything.
Where did you come from?
Went back from talking to Tia last night, I told Emil and Rem about the situation so we could try to find a way to resolve everything. No matter how many times we racked our brains, we just didn't have the resources, but that's to be expected. After all, Tia has been fighting this enemy alone for years. If it were so easy to defeat this enemy, it would put him in an awkward position. Of course, I don't intend to hold back just so he wouldn't lose face. Just so he wouldn't lose face? Okay. And I'm putting my life on the line for this fight too. That's why I'll do everything I can, still.
Take our hand, my friend.
Yeah.
So is this the street?
Yeah, a shop I'm familiar with is here. If it was a bar or something like that, it would be really cool. But in reality, it's just a fruit shop.
No, I think just having a familiar shop makes you very cool, Subaru. Holding an apple in one hand is stylish.
Is that stylish? An Appa as a prop feels like some Showa-era actor.
Showa. I don't really understand, but I'm sure
They
it
don't
would
get
be
your
fitting
references.
for Subaru. Yes, Subaru is a great Showa actor.
Seems like you don't get it, but you kinda do. Okay, that's enough sidetracking. Let's just get our objective done. Come on.
Hey, welcome! Oh, it's you guys.
He's like, oh, it's you
That was
guys.
a pretty rude greeting. Just reminding you, but in these last few days, we've been big customers of yours, you know? You need to give better service to your good customers, or you're not gonna
Yeah,
get
brother.
any regulars.
I have no idea what that means. Alright, well, I'm sorry about my first comment. Let me redo my greeting. Hey, welcome! Let's see, 100 Appas today?
No, thank you!
Wow, you really do get along. Yes, certainly. Subaru said he is an old friend.
Yeah, brother.
I'm doubtful whether the feeling's mutual with the other guy.
A flower in both hands and a puck
Oops,
on the
sorry.
head is my style today. But we didn't come here to play around. I'll buy some Appas. And along with that, I've got a request.
Do you think I'll accept any request as long as you buy a few Appas? Just so you know, I have work to do. I can't do what you want on a whim. Even if you buy 100 Appas.
So that's how you're playing it.
Look at all that fresh fruit. They're all eagerly waiting for their chance to be sold. I can't let them down. So just buy your Appas and go. My job is to get these fruits to meet their destined partners.
You keep using phrases that tug at my heartstrings.
Because he was a fair argument for barging on his business hours, trying to get him to do work that isn't his job. However, we can't borrow his strength. It's a fact that we'll struggle going forward. What exactly can I do?
This may be overly intrusive, but may I say something, Mr. Shopkeeper?
Oh? What is it, young maid lady? Just so you know, this guy here is the kind of guy who makes life a living hell for everyone around him with his impossible and unreasonable nonsense. You should hurry up and find a different master. Trust me, I'm only looking out for you.
Don't act like a relative giving advice. You're breaking my heart here.
Thank you very much for the advice. However, Rem could never part from Subaru.
This guy's
That's
a real
right.
player. If I were the judge, I'd sentence him to death for this crime.
That's one
What?
extremely biased judge.
According to your story, Mr. Shopkeeper, you cannot cooperate with Subaru because you will lose time to sell this fruit. In that case, I will help operate the shop. Would you listen to Subaru's request during that time?
You will?
Yes. Is that acceptable? I'd like
Thanks,
to
Rem.
ask too, sir. This is very important. I'll do my best to help too.
Rem, Mealy,
Jeez,
Aw.
you're really underestimating me here. I respect your guts, ladies. This is business we're talking about. It's been years since I set up shop on this street. I'm finally well established after all these years. But sales haven't become steady quite yet. A business isn't built in a day. You two shouldn't take this lightly.
No, brother. Let that short time pass.
Yes, thank you very much. 5 each of appas and oranges, correct?
The beautiful ladies are selling stuff.
This should do it. Please carry them home carefully. Miss Amelia, I finished over here. Are you doing okay? Yeah, seems fine. You're amazing at this, Rem. Your quickness surprised me. It's thanks to your assistance, Miss Amelia. It has helped me very much. Oh no. Same here. No, Rem hasn't done that much.
Mealy and Rem start praising each other's work. They both humble, so they're both trying to give the other credit.
With my own eyes, I didn't think it would be to this degree.
I'm sure everyone is wondering if having a beautiful girl or a shop would make sales go up. In fact, that's pretty much where the word poster girl comes from, so that in itself isn't too surprising.
Poster girls are S-tier beautiful. They wield this much power.
That's right. Look at them, they're so hot. Okay, I'm nearly overwhelmed by the results.
Impossible? The shop emptied out while I was gone?
Oh, you're back, Pops. Man, I wanted you to see it. The fruits went off and found their soulmates one after the other.
Seeing him standing in shock, I point out the girl's accomplishment and applaud until just before leaving the shop to Mealy and Rem. He was saying some pretty big things, but this result may be beyond his imagination.
Basket and that box are empty? The sales record I spent years building up to at this shop was broken in such a short time.
You have my condolences? Or should I say congratulations?
Ah, you're back, sir. So, were we helpful? Welcome back. We somewhat managed to fulfill tending the shop, although I'm concerned whether this was good enough.
Whoa, overkill.
No, it's fine. You did good work after all, young ladies. I've lost my confidence.
Well, don't get discouraged. And don't make such a scary face.
Enough with the scary face thing. The person waiting for you is down that alley. Don't leave him waiting too long.
Shannon's pass points to the entrance of an alley a short ways away. It's evidence that while we were watching the shop, he did what we requested.
I owe you one.
Thank you for your help. We are very grateful. Okay then. I'm sorry to leave, but we'll be going. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, go on. Also, the silver-haired young lady there.
Yes?
You helped out my daughter before. She hasn't gotten lost since then.
That's wonderful to hear.
Yay.
Mealy, was he saying something at the end?
Yes. He did. But it's okay, because it was a very good thing.
Oh, then that's good. Now then, over here should be...
Subaru, over there.
You finally showed up. You shouldn't waste so much of an old man's time.
Oh, sorry. But don't giants live for a long time? How old are you anyway, old man Rom?
Sorry, but I stopped counting after 100.
So, you still got up to 100. That's not an easy feat. You really kept at it.
I have to hear that once humans reach above 30 or 40, it's said to lose interest in their age.
Old man Rom is earnest.
Stop that. I'm not happy getting flattery about things like that. More importantly, it looks like you have more companions today.
I have not seen you since the royal castle.
That's right. At least for you, young lady. As for the elf there...
Nice to see you again. I don't know what to say.
Ah, right. Mealy and old man Rom have a bit of an awkward relationship.
I recall the first day I was summoned to this world in a turmoil around the dragon insignia at the loot house. Mealy and old man Rom had met only briefly. Also, for Amelia's view, old man Rom is a relative of Felt who stole her dragon insignia, so its relations somewhere lacking goodwill. Afterwards, Amelia worked to heal. Whoops, did not mean to press that. I bumped my controller, so whatever. Injuries, but old man Rom was unconscious at the time.
Old man Rom, about Mealy.
Don't worry. Felt already told me. I hear she healed me that day.
Oh, yes, that's right. Did you have any headaches or anything after that? I hope you were okay.
I see. You seem to be even more soft-hearted than what I've heard.
What? Soft-hearted? No way. That's the first time someone said that.
Do you have no self-awareness? Mealy, you're super soft-hearted!
First off, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that Amelia's welding is what started my life in this world.
Amelia's virtues, a result of the Great Spirit's teaching.
That's exactly right. As her foster parent, I'm proud that she has grown up to be such a good girl.
I guess in that regard, I have no complaints about your parenting skills.
Surrounding flustered Amelia, we all nod at each other over our shared opinion.
A spirit, a silver-haired half-elf, that youngster from the other day, and even a demon race girl? What exactly are you gonna have me do?
Huh? Did I ever tell you Rem is a demon? Well, it doesn't matter. About the reason we called you here. There's actually something I wanted to ask you, Old Man Rom. Since old people are so wise.
That doesn't sound very genuine.
So wise, yeah.
But I owe you for telling me where Felt was. If it's something I can answer, I'll do what I can to help.
Thanks. Anyway, to the main subject. Old Man Rom, have you ever heard the name Faradar?
Did you say Faradar?
Does
Faradar.
that mean you've heard of it? I tried asking Roswell yesterday, but even he didn't know.
Roswell. Ah, from the Mathers bloodline. I see. So you're involved with him.
Sir?
Never mind. Forget I mentioned anything. In any case, it's not surprising that the noble sponsoring you doesn't know about it. Faradar is
I
far
guess.
to the south of here. A land in the neighboring Valakia Empire. Or, it was there to be more precise.
You mean it's gone now?
It's been gone for many years now. I hear that the tribe that lived there vanished without a trace, too.
Was that tribe related to the Evil Eye tribe?
So you've heard of the Evil Eye
Tribe.
tribe of Faradar.
Evil Eye tribe.
When Old Man Ron brought up the evil eye tribe, would take a big gulp. The evil eye on Solomon says Wolf's hand, and the evil eye that Melty has of the power of indoctrination. I figured it was due to their special bloodline, but to think a whole tribe was known by that name.
Tribe, huh? Haven't heard that name in a while.
You know them too, Puck?
I don't know about a place called Faradar, but the Evil Eye tribe has been around since long ago. They're a tribe that possess third eyes, also called Evil Eyes, somewhere on their body. That let them use special powers similar to divine protections.
Powers similar to divine protections? Is it not a divine protection bestowed to the entire tribe? Much like land dragons have the divine protection of wind repel?
While I think it's similar,
Yes.
the powers Evil Eyes exhibit seem random. So I think that's the biggest difference from land dragons.
It's just as the spirit says. The Faradar tribe exhibited particularly strong powers, and all that power was relied upon during the Demi-Human War.
That was the big civil war in Lagunica in the past, right?
Are you a veteran of that Civil War, Old Man Rom?
Well, I'm a coward. I was just sneaking around trying to avoid the fight. But Faradar, huh? Youngster, why did you bring up that name?
This might be hard to believe, but I didn't know about the existence of the Evil Eye tribe. When it comes to asking about demi-human related things, I just couldn't think of anyone but you, Old Man Rom. You seem like you've lived in the royal capital for a long time, and you know Pops at the fruit shop, so I figured you were well connected.
Guess everything worked out.
It's not such a happy story, though.
That's right. There's nobody left in this Faradar place, right? This may not be the best way to say it, but races with low population face threats against their existence from various reasons. Even for the demon race. Remen's sister's village was destroyed. And who knows if there are other surviving demons anywhere. Don't say it like that. If you put it that way, half-elves are...
Mealy, calm down. We aren't here to argue over which species is endangered.
Sir?
If. Just saying if. But if there's more to the Faradar story, would you be interested?
More to Faradar? Whoa, what do you mean by that?
This is nothing more
Yeah.
than a rumor. While it's a fact that Faradar was destroyed, the Evil Eye tribe wasn't exterminated. The Evil Eye tribe was taken off somewhere for the Evil Eye powers in their bodies to be used. That's what I heard anyway.
To me, that sounds exactly like Melty and company. The odd tribe taken from their homeland being used like Melty and Sullum were being used by Sakura and his so-called mother.
People were taken away.
I told you it's just a rumor, but the power of the Evil Eye tribe is valuable. If they wanted to round all of them up, considering the scale of the Evil Eye tribe settlement in Faradar, there could be 100.
100?
How awful.
To me, that makes a pained face, but my response had a different meaning. It's true that this is a cruel and bitter story,
100
but
of them were taken? In that case...
a sudden thought raced through my mind. In this moment, I found a puzzle piece I was missing. Last night, Watiga said that he and Sullum obey Sakura to keep Melty alive, but I didn't know the reason why Melty would continue to obey them. It didn't make sense for her to be Sakura's hostage. In that case, 100 people from her homeland, what if they have 100 people from the Evil Eye tribe as hostages? If so many people were at stake, even Melty couldn't do anything rash. Is that the
Man,
answer?
Rob, I want to know something. How far can I push this favor you owe me?
When you ask like that, it makes me want to take it back right away. But I've known Felt since an age before she remembers anything. I think of her like my own grandchild. I was gonna be parted from that grandchild without even knowing, but you stopped that. My gratitude can't be expressed in words.
Is that so? Then let me apologize in advance. I'm about to take advantage of an old man's weakness.
That sounds really bad. But Subaru is determined.
Yeah, sorry.
His delightful smile proves it.
He does seem energized. He's about to scan this old man for everything he's got. Is this what elder abuse looks like?
You're making me sound even worse! Cut it out! Putting all that aside, I'm going to ask you for a pretty unreasonable favor.
Go ahead. I'll at least hear it out.
I want you to find out if that rumor is true.
About the aftermath of Faradar?
And if it is true, if there are survivors, where they were taken, it'd be for the best if I could find out that much.
You're asking too much. Do you really think I could find all that out?
To be honest, I don't know.
I think he can. Rem? Why do you think that? Well, Miss Amelia, I was not certain at first, but a memory came to me. Mr. Rom has been
Rem's
to
so
Rem's
cute.
sister's village. You spoke to the village chief.
So you really were the girl from back then. I heard what happened later. All of you were...
Rem and sister are safe. That is enough for Rem.
Huh?
In any case, Mr. Rom is well connected enough to travel to our hidden village. Which means...
All right. You don't have to say anymore.
So you'll do it?
I do owe you after all. I always repay my debts. Especially when old friends and a girl caught up in all this are here.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Man, I seriously owe you one.
Don't praise me yet. I haven't done anything. It's been a while, but I'm gonna have to pull some strings for this. This'll be tough.
Come on, don't say
I'm
that.
sure.
This could end up helping Felt too, you know?
Oh?
Right, Mealy?
Oh, yes. So let's do our best for everyone to be happy.
Yay! After an interesting moment around with the big job, we visited the priest and thank the shopkeeper and head to our next destination. The destination was... Drumroll, please? Okay.
Hello, Subaru. Did your discussion go well?
Yeah, pretty good. And judging by your expression, I'd say you did well too.
Of course I fulfilled my duty. I even had help from a friend.
Had help is a rather conservative way to put it. I made almost all the arrangements. How did you see it in your mind? Surely you don't see friends as nothing more than beasts of
It
burden
is.
to do hard labor at your command.
Oh dear, now this is harsh. Ah, my apologies for the late introduction. This is my old friend.
Russell?
Oh?
Subaru, you know him too?
Yeah. You know, he's a pretty famous guy.
I forgot because of the unexpected reunion. That was a mistake. I haven't met
To
him
think
yet
you
in
would
this
be
loop.
familiar with me. I'm very honored, Mr. Natsuki.
Mr. Russell, are you also familiar with Subaru?
Of course. As someone who does business in the royal capital, I pay attention to everything discussed within the castle. The people involved in such affairs are no exception. Not to mention, I hear that Mr. Natsuki, despite the absence of his master, negotiated with royal candidates and made great efforts to set all the pieces in place. Along with Miss Amelia,
That's right.
you are currently someone of great renown at the royal castle.
I've got that good of a reputation? Just so you know, I'm not some big shot like that.
No, your reputation is well earned. Rem is very proud.
Rem will praise you to the
I
end,
can agree to
man.
that too. Subaru worked really hard after all.
I know I was working hard, but still!
Anyway, because of Russell's favoritism for Subaru, the coordination went without any issue. My, such a capable friend to have. And a servant with great promise.
As a Royal Capital Merchant Guild representative, I deal with a great many issues, which is why that evil magician there sought my help. If you're going to deal with an evil magician, you need to be cautious of their words and deeds. Sometimes you have to be firm with them.
Yes, I understand. I'll be sure to remember those words.
Such an assertive reply. As an evil magician, I tremble in fear.
Evil magician? You, Roswell? Why?
She's
It
joking.
seems EMA has
He's
snuck
joking.
one past the Keeper Roswell.
Roswell isn't the bad guy he pretends to be. He doesn't know what to do with genuine reactions like these.
Well, now I've just about lost all my reputation. Let's go back to the
Station.
main topic.
A clever evasion. Having said that, Roswell speaks true. Everyone awaits inside.
But still, thank you very much, Russell. It must have been really tough, right?
No, it's fine. Of course, I see this as an investment and hope for an appropriate return. Please continue your efforts in the royal selection going forward. Miss Amelia and Mr. Natsuki?
I'll do my best.
I'll do my best. I did meet him through Roswell. I feel like I owe a debt to someone really high up. If worse comes to worse, I'll just shove it all onto Roswell.
I'm getting nervous.
Why should you be nervous, Subaru?
I guess that's true. But I feel like I did something rash. Even for me.
That's one of the wonderful things about Subaru. Come on, I'm opening the door. 1, 2...
Hey,
Hiya!
my heart's not ready!
You're ready.
Oh, so you're finally here.
You sure did take your time. In Kararagi, we say time is money, you know?
How
Ooh.
typical of you to say such a thing. It is actually impressive that you could spew such cheap words of advice.
That's enough. They were invited into my household, so they're my guests. As the master of the estate, I won't allow such quarrels.
Whoa!
Yeah, we already know who you are.
This is really something.
You're right. Everyone is here. All
Everyone's here.
Subaru's charm.
Stop making everything my responsibility. I saw how tense things are.
Whoa! Tense, meow? Whose fault do you think it is?
Let him say what he will, Ferris. It seems he has no self-awareness.
Self-awareness? Like, aware that yourself did something horribly wrong?
I wouldn't say it's wrong, but it certainly is out of the ordinary.
Nice.
Us all gathering here without being summoned by the Council of Wise Men.
Whoa. I get why you're all here, but still, seeing all of you gathered here is impressive.
4 royal candidates and their 4 knights. Such a lineup makes for a powerful picture.
Subaru,
Sorry.
You mean 5 royal selection candidates and their 5 attending knights?
I'm just a knight hopeful, but that's true. I shouldn't forget that.
Yeah, with Ram's encouragement, pushing me back, I take a step forward. Instantly, all gaze in the room gather on me.
Such pressure.
Subaru, are you okay? If you want, I could do the talking.
But in that case, Leah's story will jump around everywhere, so be prepared for that.
Prepared for what? Also, I'm happy for the offer, Mealy, but leave this to me. I'll do my best.
Best. From all my words.
Do your best.
Yeah.
Best.
Thanks for the support.
In the corner of the room, I catch a glimpse of Rom, Roswell, Russell, and the others already set to watch, and I clear my throat loudly.
Thank you very much for taking the trouble to attend on this fine day.
I have no use for your boring introductory remarks, Commoner.
Shut up.
I am spending my valuable time here. If you have nothing of worth to say, I'll leave.
Don't complain about a conventional opening line. Anyway, thanks for gathering. I know it was sudden, so I'm grateful.
This is an important matter related to the royal selection. Considering your actions thus far, it would be a bad idea to ignore.
Yes, Subaru and Rem found the suspicious guy targeting royal selection candidates.
Yeah, I was there too! Me too!
Yes, Fairy will personally reward you later. I can get rid of stuff like stiff shoulders, just like that.
Oh, that would actually be really helpful.
Also, thanks to Natsuki, my company cultivated a new business. Julius brought the contract and told me about yesterday. Don't worry.
I thought for certain
Nice.
today would be about that. But seeing this lineup, it seems that wasn't gonna be all. What kind of story do you have in store for us? I feel both anticipation and dread.
As for me, well, it's probably got to do with what happened yesterday, right? I've got a stake in this, so I'll hear you out.
I would also like to understand the situation. Miss Felt refuses to tell me about yesterday.
I'll talk about all of that. But please, let me hold off distributing honors for all your input until later. Well, this isn't completely unrelated to Al's extremely self-assertive comment.
Oh, he was? Although I can already imagine what you have to say. One camp is blatantly absent, after all.
When Priscilla flat out says this, the air in the room instantly
You're a
goes tense.
genius when it comes to making a bad atmosphere.
There's no need for deceit, Commoner.
Of course, everyone here already noticed the same thing. All that remained was to say it out loud or not. Or did you wish to put a lid over the obvious truth and have us exchange pointless pleasantries around it? In that case, I have no business here. You can all lick each other's wounds on your own.
Princess, you're going too far. I'm sure even he realizes that. There are just some conversations people aren't eager to have. He can't help that. It seems pretty close to that girl after all.
Such lenient words for our enemy. Regardless of their status as real or fake, all royal candidates are our enemies.
But then why did you come here today, Priscilla? If you say everyone around you are enemies, wouldn't it be dangerous to come? And yet you still came, Priscilla. That's probably because you trust us and have expectations for us. Am I wrong?
The mumblings of a half-devil irritate my noble ears terribly.
You...
Yeah, again, Priscilla calls me like I have to snap at her
Either
before I
revise
can.
your words or withdraw them, Priscilla Bariel. Saying such statements is not wise here.
Come on, we don't have time for fighting. Crochet gives Priscilla a sharp glare, admonishing her abuse words, but it wasn't
That's
just
no
Crochet.
good, Princess. Losing your temper just because she hit you where it hurts is childish.
I'm not going to say who's right, but I owe that girl a debt. So I'm going to take her side too.
Don't think you can push your luck by banding together, commoners. Do you think I'd be scared if you formed a group? In that case, you're terribly mistaken.
Princess, let's stop this, okay? Don't make the situation even worse. You're putting me in a tough spot here.
Priscilla becomes more displeased. Al desperately tries to stop her with his own body. I'm sure if Al puts himself on the line, even Priscilla would settle down.
Al. Or do you wish that ugly head of yours to be removed from your shoulders?
Even Al's no good. It can't be helped. His was a noble sacrifice.
Isn't that a little cold, bro?
I won't allow you to cut off Mr. Al's head. Miss Priscilla, please return to your seat. I'm sure you'll hear a story well worth the trouble of coming here.
You speak big, Sword Saint. Very well. I'll go along with this.
Whoa. Al couldn't do it, but Reinhardt pulled it off!
I entrust the rest to you, Subaru. I'd like you to make Miss Priscilla understand.
And casually raising the hurdle while he's at it.
Come on. Let's get in my head. Reinhardt's words. His words didn't mean any harm. I take a long breath then.
Subaru. I'll be here watching from your side.
Oh, man. I can't look uncool in front of you here.
I turn her encouragement into strength and start speaking about the 6th royal candidate, who isn't present here. So he tells him the whole story and everything. Heavy silence coldly folds over the room. After hearing the story, everyone's face looks uneasy, even though those who haven't gotten pale have pain expressions on their faces. The expressions range from pity to compassion, disgust to indignation, but
unforgivable.
when he says this loud, I can tell there's no doubt everyone is in agreement.
Reconstructing the human body at will, you say? Ferris, is such a thing possible?
I think if you spent a lot of time to slowly change the skeleton and other parts, it wouldn't be impossible. And according to Subaru's story just now, what happened to Miss Melty's body is on a different level completely.
Hiding her third eye and blocking her throat where food passes. This isn't something that can be done with magic. One could say it's like remaking her into a completely new creature.
A new creature, huh? But couldn't the cat ear's magic do something about that?
That's right. Ferris's healing magic is famous as the greatest in the kingdom, capable of doing things others cannot.
Would Ferris's healing magic work? What do you think, Ferris?
I know everyone else turned Ferris, but it's probably our expectant gazes. Ferris shakes his head.
You have so much hope in me, but I think it would be a little difficult. I'd have to examine her to be sure, but if it's as Fairy thinks...
If it's as you think, what would happen?
I think healing magic would have no effect. Subaru, just making sure, but...
Yeah, ask me anything.
According to Tiger's story, Miss Melty's body was made that way years ago, right?
I can't say anything for sure, but considering how he said it, yeah.
Just an example. But when did you lose your arm, Allie?
Allie has a pretty fresh ring to it.
Al, answer him.
Yeah. It's been a little over 10 years since I lost this arm. I'm totally used to it now, though.
Even Fairy's healing magic can't fix this arm Allie lost. After all this time, a lost arm won't grow back.
I guess that makes sense.
If you ask why, it's because his body has gotten used to it. It's natural now for this body to not have an arm. So,
For Melty's body, her evil eyes being hidden and her esophagus being blocked are natural too?
that's what I think. So even if I use healing magic, she probably won't get any better than she is now.
Seriously? To be honest, I was counting on you most of all, Ferris.
I'm fairly uninformed about healing magic. But is there really no possibility? Julius, Margrave Mathers, may I ask?
Unfortunately, my knowledge on healing magic is far short from Ferris's. The only hope is Margrave Mathers.
I'm sad to say healing magic is a weak point for me as well. However, if my knowledge from reading various texts to learn magic is correct, I have no memory of any factors that would refute Ferris's opinion.
This subject may come up, so just letting you know now, it would be difficult with medicine too. To start, most medicines and decoctions are weak compared to healing magic.
Much like Miss Anastasia from the Hoshin Company, it would be difficult for me to be of assistance as well. I've never heard of such a story before.
This individual must be quite the degenerate if they are out there reconstructing bodies. Is there no way to find the perpetrator?
I wish I could, but we have no idea who it could be. I'm sure in the time it takes to investigate.
That girl might end up with a knife in her back.
That's right.
Is everyone understanding this situation? Sinks in, their expressions turn grave as they realize the deadlock we've hit. So we have so many powerful people gathered here. They say two heads are better than one, and with so many of us here, it should open up new possibilities. That's what I thought, but even that's what was aiming too high.
Harry doesn't like this.
There's Ferris, who's likely fearless when it comes to healing magic, and Reinhardt, who has virtually no connection with the word impossible. Melty and company's outlook already looks bad, with these two being unable to provide an answer, and as though spurring it on it further.
For so long. But over what are you so concerned?
Priscilla Boreal.
You must realize it. If the story that Commoner brought is true, the false candidate is already clear. All that remains is to reveal the truth. Remove the false candidate, and the obstacle disappears. The postponed royal selection would resume. Why would we need to be so concerned over the problems of those who hindered us so much?
So that's why.
Will this discussion move forward without answering this question? I urge you all to consider.
That was the conclusion I was afraid of. We had no obligation to help Melty and the others, and everyone agrees on that. Considering that they deceived us, it wouldn't be reasonable to cut them down with no mercy. So why are we having this discussion? It's not good enough to simply expose the criminals. Why should we help them? I can't give an answer right away.
You couldn't sleep at night? What other reason do you need?
And so the first voice to break the silence surprised me to my core. Rolling Ryan's felt narrows her eyes and looks Priscilla in the face while continuing.
They were used by some dangerous people, dragged into a royal selection they wanted no part in, and their lives are in danger. The more I hear, the more I sympathize with that girl. Right, Reinhardt?
Miss Felt.
Miss Felt's teasing expression. Reinhardt puts his hand on his forehead and sighs. I see if you break it down like that, maybe it's true that Felt's circumstances are a little similar to Melty's. Whereas between Sakura and Reinhardt, their personalities are like good versus evil.
If they're being forced to be in the royal selection against their will, I want to do something to help. That would be more than enough reason for me to go along with his suggestion.
While I have a slight objection to her preface, I have the same opinion as Miss Felt. If Miss Felt decides to do this, my duty is to push aside the many obstacles in her path. I will not hesitate.
Talking like you're so high and mighty. Once in a while, you can just say you want to kick the ass of people you don't like.
If that is your command.
That's Reinhardt's response. Mel turns her eye and clicks her tongue as the answer from this lord and her retainer.
I had to say, my opinion is closer to that of the Red Princess there.
Of course. Next, Anastasia starts her own debate, raising her hand a little. Anastasia looks back and forth between Priscilla and Felt.
If the fake candidate is identified, any further action is excessive, to be honest. We have no obligation to help them.
Miss Anastasia, but...
Quiet. I'm still in the middle of speaking. You shouldn't interrupt the words of your master. Also, you shouldn't jump to hasty conclusions. What I have to say next is most important.
Oh, interesting. What argument will the widely known embodiment of greed herself present next?
I'll take your words as a compliment, Princess, but my answer is simple. While we have no obligation to help them, there is benefit to it. I may be an outsider, so this doesn't go for me, but isn't the Transcendent Dragon Church a big name in the kingdom? If their candidate turns out to be a fake, that would be a big, big scandal. So what happens if we solve their problem and show mercy on top of that? The church couldn't hold their head above ours.
Good enough as long as you join us.
The royal selection is a covenant with the dragon. We would obtain a pretext to silence those who would meddle in it. Would that not be beneficial? So, do you like my way of thinking?
Damn little fox.
Why, thank you.
Priscilla closes one eye and encourages Anastasia, impressed by how Anastasia seems entirely unaffected. You know, it's a rather heartless conclusion drawn by an experienced
The conclusion
merchant.
drawn from no emotion is the exact opposite of Felt, and exactly like Anastasia.
You say that. But please don't misunderstand her as having no emotional connection. That is simply a condition required by Miss Anastasia. Even if she says to help them based only on emotion, it would involve the great many people who follow Miss Anastasia. In her position, she must not do such a thing. Thus, it is necessary to have adequate cause. A premise so convincing, it sways yourself and others.
Julius, what embarrassing things are you saying? This has nothing to do with your job as a knight, does it?
No. As your knight, I must do my utmost to prevent misunderstandings of you, Miss Anastasia. However, I know from the bottom of my heart that I'm glad I became your knight. My sword and my loyalty belong to you.
That's not worth 1 coin, but my doctrine is to take anything given, so I'll reluctantly accept it.
Yes.
Julia's answer is much bigger, and Anastasia lightly waves her hand beside this lord and retainer, also agreeing in a single answer.
Well,
Then,
it appears that it is my turn to state my opinion.
Crochet.
No need to look so worried. When one's gaze becomes cloudy, one can falter in the ideals they carry. Also, rather than stating my opinion here, I shall ask my trusted retainer to do so.
Miss Crochet?
Ferris, I wish to know your opinion. Felt and Anastasia Hoshin have covered the issues of benefit and sentiment. I could act for the same reasons as either of them. However, I wish to hear your opinion in particular. What is going through your mind? After hearing Subaru Natsuki's story earlier, what do you think of Melty Pristis and her faction?
when asked by Crochet, Ferris ponders and placed on a rather flat chest. I mean, it's a guy, even though it looks like a girl. Okay, stop. Ferris couldn't reply with an answer that wasn't so thought out. Ferris regarded her too highly for that. That's not it. Ferris wouldn't think such petty thoughts. Ferris' eyes are filled with the unusual drive, burning and boiling with a sense of purpose.
Fairy is your knight.
Indeed you are.
I'm prepared to devote everything to your ideals.
Yes.
But I am a healer at the same time. When asked for help, the first thing I think of is doing something about it. That goes even more so for people in a deadlock, in despair. After all, I was like that before, in an abyss of darkness, with nothing I could do. Miss Crochet led me by the hand and rescued me from there. That's how I became the person I am now. So I can't possibly reject a hand reaching out for help. I'm sorry, Miss Crochet, for being such a willful and self-indulgent retainer. But...
That's enough. No need to finish.
Miss Crochet, will this make you hate Fairy?
Me? Hate you? Unthinkable. That would only be possible if I ceased being myself.
Miss Crochet, I love you!
As do I.
Oh, brother. They're not Ferris' confession of love, which returned her eyes to
Apologies
Priscilla.
for the long wait. But this is my conclusion. I wish to be a lord who responds to her retainers. Therefore, we shall cooperate with Subaru Natsuki.
All of that back and
Yay.
forth was just a charade. As you said yourself, you could find a reason one way or another, regardless.
However, if I'm going to walk, I will walk the path my ideals have set for me, alongside my beloved retainer.
Do as you please.
Like Crochet's bold answer, Priscilla replies in an abusive way, then...
Half-devil, you answer the question as well.
Her attack next turns to
Along
Amelia.
with Subaru, so
After all this, simply going along with your jester next to you would be absurd. Don't tell me you actually intend to say something so foolish. True, this gathering began
True,
at
this
his
get.
behest.
Oh, sorry.
However, the master must bear the responsibility of the servant. You have a responsibility to make your own statement. Now that you understand that, answer again. Why would you make such an effort for the sake of an imposter?
She wants to make everybody happy. Priscilla's questioning is brutal, but it's true that it can't be ignored. Phil, Anastasia, and Crusade all came out with different answers on their own. Amelia nods to come up with her own answer too. Under such questioning, Amelia gently places a hand over her chest.
I lived for a long time in the forest of my homeland. I was there with Puck, and that was enough for me. But one day, Roswell came to the forest, saying he'll let me join the royal selection. When I left the forest for the first time and got taken to the manor, there was so much I didn't know. I caused so much trouble for Rom and Rem. She isn't here right now, but there's a girl named Beatrice who gets along really well with Puck. And I wanted to get along with her too, but she was always getting mad at me too. And lots of stuff happened. After deciding to join the royal selection, I met the other candidates. And it made me think of how much I needed to get my act together. Everyone was really amazing, with such strong ideals. So I thought I needed that strength too. I must have made a mistake because I was so preoccupied by that thought. I made such a big mistake at the royal capital. I had no idea what to do. I agonized over it, panicked, and then I met Subaru.
Mealy.
With Subaru's help, I renewed my resolve at the estate. And now, I'm standing here like this in the royal capital. Lots of meetings and experiences shaped who I am now. And I'm different from when it was just me and Puck in the forest. That's why I don't want my meeting with Melty and everyone to end with just a brief encounter. I want to talk it out and understand if I need to help them first in order to accomplish that. That's what I want to do. No, that's what I will do, after all.
Yay!
If I don't do this right, I'll have this really hazy feeling in my chest troubling me.
You lost steam right at the end!
But that's how I honestly feel.
Sorry, Amelia's face turns red as she objects. A moment later, the air in the room relaxes. The rigid atmosphere from before has come undone, and I feel the tension waver. And then...
Princess, isn't that enough?
Yeah, really.
I get you have a lot to say about the princess's attitude, but that's just her personality.
Al, do not speak as though you understand me. I am not so shallow as to be seen through by a jester.
I know. And because I do, let me say something as if I know. Just guessing, but you already came up with a solution, didn't you?
What?
By solution, you mean for Melty? Priscilla, is that true?
For a mere jester, you have said more than enough.
Sorry. Am I about to lose my head?
If I hadn't heard their stories beforehand, I would have cut off your head with no mercy.
Saying Priscilla looks around the room. Gaze at the royal candidates, including Amelia. Her words and behaviors are evidence that Priscilla was impressed, at least somewhat, by Amelia and everyone's words. That means she is finally beginning to respect them.
Priscilla Boreal, how do you intend to save Melty Pristis?
You should already know the answer. We will require that blue healer there.
Me? I mean, I'll give it a try if it can really be resolved with healing magic, but we've already established that that wouldn't work.
Fool. That is because you only see the easy path.
Easy path? I doubt Ferris would.
You must revise the way you think. If her throat is blocked by some power, we simply need to open it.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, I get it.
Wait, what?
I clapped my hands and an idea flashes in mind from Priscilla's words, and felt reaction surprise. All eyes turned towards me. Even I can find myself astounded by the idea. I finally made a connection after watching Priscilla, seeing her rub her fingers on her throat to explain.
In the esophagus. No, surgical removal? Regardless, doing surgery should resolve this.
By surgery, you mean using a blade to cut something out of the body?
Yeah, that. It requires a sanitary place and tools, though. If we get those, maybe...
Don't lose confidence right at the end.
No, it's just that I don't know. I'm not much of an expert when it comes to medical science.
I drew on Priscilla's words because I didn't have that idea before, but I also have no idea what advanced medical
Surgery
techniques.
to open a blocked esophagus would mean cutting open the throat, opening the esophagus, then watching over time to make sure it doesn't close up again.
While it isn't impossible, this does not seem like something we can deal with immediately. And there may be a chance she could pass away during the operation.
Yeah,
True.
I guess you're right. But if we could do something about that...
Allow me to make one correction, Subaru Natsuki.
Cruce?
It seems you are struggling to determine whether this is possible, but there is no need for that. Because
I can do it.
Ferris.
I can
Really?
make it so she doesn't die during the work. I've never done things like cutting and opening, though, so it still wouldn't be easy.
In that case, I can assist. With my spirits, I can at least help you.
Julius volunteers to assist, and faint light float around
Julius
him.
is a spirit arts user. Those are his contract spirits.
Same as Mealy, huh? Damn copy bastard.
I can hear you. Anyway, what do you think, Ferris?
If you help Julius, Fairy would be reassured. But it's still not enough. To put it simply, this work has to be done alongside healing, so we need at least one more.
In that case, I recommend Rom.
Recommend Rom Rom? Are you serious?
Serious beyond serious, very serious. You may be uneasy, Subaru, but nobody beats Rom when it comes to finger dexterity, you know.
You honor me, Lord Roswell.
That's... Wait, really?
Thinking back on Rom's work at the estate, I found the real meaning behind Roswell's remark. It's hard to fully understand because Rem does most of the work in the manor, but there's still no saying that Rom is pretty handy.
If Sister
Above all,
helps, we can rest assured.
Your praise is flattering, although it is warranted.
Rom is blindly devoted when it comes to Rom, but they're clearly genuine with each other.
Can you really do it?
A stupid question. Of course I can. It is at Lord Roswell's request, after all. Or do you not trust me?
Oh, okay, I trust you. Ferris will be the surgeon, while Rom and Julius are support. Would these three work?
You know I can't tell you I'm completely confident I can do this, right?
Well, it would be pretty cool if you said that, and it worked out.
Brilliant!
Boo!
With puff cheeks, Ferris doesn't eject Al's wild laughter. Anyway,
Conditions
now.
are fulfilled.
That's great and all, but I feel like we're left out. Hey, cat ears, would Reinhardt be useful for something?
I appreciate the sentiment, but Reinhardt is unsuitable by nature. You know, since he sucks mana from around him.
That is the reason I'm forbidden from entering places where healing magic is being used.
Guess you won't be any help then.
My apologies.
Bold of you to treat Reinhardt like a useless character. Also, Reinhardt, don't forget. I have a little request specifically for you later.
Understood. I would be happy for an opportunity to restore my honor.
Reinhardt nods at my words. The request was high stakes, though.
Subaru?
Yeah. We finally
Now.
reached the starting line.
I clench my fist and nod to smiling Amelia. All I thought this is a use to establish lineup to try and
Commoner,
find the answer.
I'm not finished asking questions yet.
Oh, brother. Simple makes a move to throw cold water on her plan one last time.
Persistent. I'm grateful for the advice earlier, but should I assume this is another prelude to that?
Do not be so insolent as to test me. I will not go along as you will. I simply do what I wish, until I reach
Oh,
my own
brother.
understanding. The matter is settled. The personnel are assembled. Success or failure relies only on your efforts now. Yet after carrying it this far, I still ask you, why do you seek to help them?
We already talked about that. It's because they...
No. This is disregarding your intentions. Why do you assume that they desire help?
What?
With the blue, the finest, and that demon girl, the surgery to cut her throat open may be possible. That is, if the subject is cooperative. How are you so sure she would not refuse? Have you even considered for a moment that your hand extended in assistance will be rejected? This goes to show your arrogant disposition in presuming to think you must
Oh,
save.
brother. With the last blunt of Priscilla's questioning aimed at me, I'm about to immediately reply. Can't find the words to
rain
say.
on your parade? You are a mere jester after all. Worthless to even question.
Ending with the cold tone, Priscilla stands up from her
We
seat.
are leaving now. There is nothing more to gain here.
I don't mind, but shouldn't we wait to hear his answer?
That won't happen. No answer will be coming out of that one. This fool got carried
Say it,
away
man.
by the situation. And when pressed to deal with it in the end, he cannot even see the reality of the light that illuminates his own hand. An answer from such a fool would surely be nothing but an imitation in livery.
Priscilla!
Over to me, like cold blades. All I can call out there back there. Stop her as she tries to leave. Slowly, the crimson beauty turns around. I sense scorching heat in her eyes. Her moment, my shoulders tremble with an illusion of pain. I fight off immediately and grip my teeth at Priscilla.
I don't have an answer for you right now that would satisfy you. You're right. I got carried away. So preoccupied with trying to deal with the events as they happened. I don't even know why I pushed this so hard.
Subaru.
But I have a reason to keep going. Part of it being because I want to help them. I don't know if they'll reject my helping hand, but I'd still extend it nonetheless. I'll extend my hand.
That's right.
And if they don't take it...
If they do not take it, what?
I'll grab them by the neck, save them, then convince them afterward. When lives are in danger like this, it's stupid to argue over whether they can be saved or whether to save them. All that nonsense can wait until after they're saved. Complain as much as you want after everyone is safe, including everything that couldn't be said before. That's what I'm gonna do. So my answer to your question will be clear once everything is over.
I said disappointingly and thrust a finger at Priscilla, and only my excited breathing echoes out. The silence continues for a while, but
You
slowly
truly
breaks.
have the perseverance of a jester.
How rude.
As I thought, I did not procure the answer I wished for. However, I can deem that acceptable.
Priscilla turns her back. She pulls her fan out from her cleavage and makes a whooshing sound as she snaps it open.
It seems I will have my answer tomorrow. Regardless of the conclusion, all will unfold as I desire. The world exists for my sake, after all.
Oh, brother. There's this guy again. For the last episode, there's this guy.
She really
Gonna
stole
miss
the
us,
show
guy.
there.
Miss Priscilla is quite the relentless woman. I thought I knew that already, but she made it all the more clear.
That said, without her opinion, it's highly possible we wouldn't have found a solution. Thinking about it that way, I can't complain.
Opening the esophagus with surgery and a world with advanced healing magic is quite the unconventional solution. I should have come up with that. I should have come up with that idea. If I did, Priscilla wouldn't have been talking
No,
so
she's gonna
big.
talk big anyway, with her big attitude and big breasts.
Subaru, I know she isn't present, but if you go any further, I'll have to stop you.
Sorry. I can't help it when I'm with only guy friends.
As I walk along with the Reinhardt of the 19th Street, I can't help but feel different from the usual. Of course, it's plenty enjoyable being with Amelia and Rem, but guy
I
friends are
only feel
different.
this way when I'm hanging out with you or Tiga.
It's an honor to be among the selection. In any case, how do you think Tiga will react to all this?
His goal is Melty. As long as we can assure her safety, he would cooperate with us. I think.
Subaru, I didn't mention this earlier, but if Julius and I charge into the church, we could likely resolve it then and there. Naturally, the opponent would likely resist. However, we should have the power to suppress them. Then
you could resolve it without any casualties on our side? Isn't there a chance of them killing you?
No.
Whoa.
I'm not only saying this because I'm talking to a friend. I would not lose. That's why I can make this suggestion.
Tone of the words is uncharacteristic of Reinhardt. No, it's a confidence only Reinhardt could be forgiven for. Confidence that would absolutely never lose in a matter of the opponent. That's the Sword Saint
That only
Reinhardt.
goes for your body. What about injury to your heart?
Wounds can heal.
Does that make it okay to get hurt? Not for me. My imagination's good enough for stuff like that. So no thanks. If I'm going to do something, I want to win. And aim for a perfect victory while I'm at it. If I've got cheat codes, why not use them? I don't want a hard fight or suffering. I think it's best if I can just skip through and clear it. So don't try to go and get yourself hurt. There's nothing but pain in that.
I see. I understand. If you can make my job easier, I would be happy to get on board. To tell the truth, this sword at my hip is unexpectedly heavy.
I'm sure. Of course a big sword like that wouldn't be light.
Yes, that's right. It's exactly as you say.
Reinhardt's suggestion as well, probably his way of being considerate. The pain to gain the very best result, a lot of sacrifices have to be paid, and even then, there's no guarantee of obtaining results. If that's the case, he would go by himself. He'd certainly bring back the simple, good results. That was Reinhardt's suggestion. How many situations it's had to overcome bigly to think to myself that maybe that's why I felt is so fitting for Reinhardt. A strong-willed Felt could do a flying kick to the back of her knight when he tries to stop at good, sending him to the best.
What formidable people.
Did you say something?
No, it's just that you guys seem troublesome once the royal selection starts.
That's rather hasty. However, yes, that's right. I promise to fulfill the role of worthy opponent. You are going to learn to hate my tenacity.
I don't want to promise like that!
Mr. Natsuki!
Is that?
Over here! I'm over here!
Oh, there he is. And right on time.
No, actually, you're very late, Mr. Natsuki. How long did you intend to make me wait in this cold?
For now, I'll just say sorry.
For now? You definitely don't mean it at all, do you?
Subaru? Who is he?
This guy's Otto. As you can see, he's a traitor with bad luck.
You're saying I look like I have bad luck? No, I'm
brother.
sorry. I got too carried away. You're... Red hair, blue eyes, and a sword at your hip? Could you be...
Oh, you know him? Well, you are a merchant, so I guess you would be well informed.
Are you an idiot? It's less common not to know someone so famous. The Sword Saint. He's the Sword Saint Reinhard, right?
Indeed. I am the currently appointed Sword Saint, Reinhard van Estrella. However, if you're a friend of Subaru, I'd prefer it if you keep it casual and call me Reinhard.
It's hard to be casual when I'm this worked up.
Well, just get used to it over time. I have something I need you guys to do.
Yes, you're right. I'll take my time and... Huh? Me and Mr. Reinhard?
Could this be the opportunity for me to regain my honor you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, exactly it. Wait, did I not tell you, Otto?
You didn't tell me anything! I only came here because I was told there was something even more lucrative for me than the oil buyout.
It may be a bit forward of me to say this when we only just met, but it seems you're far too kind, Otto. You should put yourself first more.
You being here is the reason I'm so flustered right now.
Stop making such a fuss. Just quietly accept your fate.
That sounds like something a villain would say. Heard a slave trader say that before.
While that's an interesting story, we should prioritize the required story here. So, Subaru, what do I need to do with him?
Yeah, to explain that, I actually have one more guest. He should be coming soon.
Are you looking for me?
Ah! A monster!
What's with this youngster?
A monster.
Treating me like I'm some ghost. How rude.
Anyone would react like that if a giant suddenly appeared out of a back alley.
Mr. Rom, did Subaru make an appointment with you too?
Oh, it's Reinhard. I didn't think it would actually be you, but you can definitely get the job done. You sure are good at giving work to other people, kid.
I think that's about 90% of my strength as a person.
That's a sad ratio.
Shut up. I'm at peace with it. More importantly, Old Man Rom, did you figure out what I asked for?
Don't rush me. I had to go around a lot of old contacts, so I'm exhausted. Good grief.
I'm sure.
Don't work an old man so hard.
Okay. I'll give you my best shoulder rub later. So, could you tell us the story?
About the aftermath of Faradar? It seems like our thinking was correct. As expected, they weren't wiped out. They were probably taken somewhere. This just happens to be a coincidence too, but...
But what?
Despite Faradar being destroyed years ago, within the last year, several Evil Eyes were put on the market.
Wait a second.
Ooh.
Evil Eyes on the market? You mean...
The Evil Eye tribe's powers lie in their evil eyes. For those who believe that, there are times when only the eyes themselves have value.
The wrinkles on Old Man Ron's face deepened, and I'm suddenly struck speechless. Faradar, Melty, and Solemn's homeland, and a place where the Evil Eye tribe lived. Seeing how their homeland was destroyed and then they were taken away, I figured they were living in peace, but...
The Evil Eyes.
You're a lucky guy, youngster. One of my acquaintances just happened to be involved in the evil eye trade. I have an idea where it is.
What kind of connection is that?
If you want my information, don't ask questions like that.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, just zip it, man. I have no reason to question Old Man Rom and his shady background right now.
Reinhardt,
What I need is...
Otto. Thanks to Old Man Rom, we found the source of our future worries. I want to leave it to you guys. Is that all right?
Of course I don't mind. From what I heard, their acts are inhumane. I cannot stand by silently.
I don't know too much about these things, but is this one of those now that you know type deals?
Nice joke.
This definitely isn't a laughing matter, is it? But I understand. As Reinhardt said, I may be a cold-blooded merchant, but I still know there are some lines that shouldn't be crossed.
Cold-blooded? Who are you talking about?
Didn't you hear me clearly refer to myself?
Be at ease.
Yeah.
I was listening. Otto, having you as a companion is reassuring.
I see. That's good.
This guy's easy to please.
If Reinhardt and this youngster are going, I'll go as well. While I have no acquaintances from the Evil Eye tribe, if fellow demi-humans are suffering, I can't leave it be.
Okay, Roger.
Yeah.
I'll leave the Faradar Evil Eye tribe to you three.
Yeah, leave it to us.
There's no turning back. We're all sharing the same lot now. Let's make this go well and secure a better future.
All right, good spirit. Reinhardt, I'm counting on you. You guys really are the last hope.
Understood. Subaru, you be careful too.
Yeah, hearing you loud and clear.
As a voice of encouragement for myself, look up at the night sky and self for my resolve for this match. This isn't battle, it's tomorrow. I'm sure tomorrow will be the longest day of my life. I'm sure it will be too. Oh boy. Loot 5, day 9. Here we go. The morning sun is almost painfully bright on the day of the battle. Clear sky seems out of place considering the conflict that awaits. Oh boy. Begin walking forward under the blue sky.
Hey, working hard as usual, huh?
Welcome! Oh, it's just you. Don't you get tired coming here every day?
You call that customer service? You need to greet your patrons with a smile, or you're gonna lose your business.
I do appreciate your business, but you shouldn't act so high and mighty just because you buy a couple appas every day. Or are you here to have those two pretty ladies help watch over the shop like yesterday?
I'm sorry. Watching over your stall was fun, and while I'd like to do it again...
We have prior engagements to tend to today, so we are unable to do so. Our apologies.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I was just kidding around. Damn, makes me uncomfortable when you respond so seriously.
Just think of it as punishment for trying to take advantage of two innocent pretty girls.
Jeez, you're really going off on me, huh? So, what do you want today?
Honestly, nothing much.
If you're just wasting my time, get out of here!
Hold on, man.
So grumpy.
I understand why you'd say that, but bear with me a bit. It's been about a week since I came to the royal capital. I show up here every day, so it doesn't feel right unless I see you at least once.
Now you're creeping me out.
That just shows how much he likes you.
Subaru, the shopkeeper helped you the other time, right? Is that why you started to like him?
I regret being nice to stray dogs now.
Take responsibility!
Oh, you're so annoying. Fine, if that's all you're here for, look at my face all you want. And buy an apple while you're at it. You can at least take that with you, right?
Well, I came all the way here, so I should at least do that. Now then...
I hand the apple I brought to Amelia.
The apple is bright red and looks delicious. Is that for me?
Yeah, I put my heart into that appa. That's why it's bright
You should have
red.
brought an element for Rem.
What are you going on about now? But thank you.
Quit saying
For
that!
decoration.
You're supposed to eat it!
Well then, Subaru, now that you are done with your daily routine, are you ready?
Yeah, we're good to go. When you've got a good flow going, you want to keep up the same ritual, you know?
Ritual. I don't know about that, but you did talk about it a lot with everyone. Yes, let's make sure it's a success.
Yeah, it must. I will. Maybe.
You're gradually losing confidence.
I'm just kidding. Really. Let's do this!
All right, let's get started. Ready?
Yeah!
Wasn't that at the beginning of the game, something like that?
I knew I was different ever since I was a child.
Oh, she's voicing it.
It's not that I was special or good at anything. I felt alien or just unusual. That I was different from normal people. But I didn't mind, because the world was kind and it was very easy to live in. Everyone treated me well and always listened to my wishes. They all worked so hard for me, so how could I hate my environment? Why would I think that it's painful? My younger self didn't understand that. That's why I decided to accept all the kindness in the world and only gather the prettiest things to cherish them. I will only pick out the best parts. I walked over that thin ice, thinking nothing of it, laughing innocently. Faradar, my birthplace. The land where my family and clan lives. The Evil Eye tribe was banished from various lands because of their special powers and appearance that made them different from others. Faradar was the promised land of our Evil Eye tribe. The utopia that our ancestors found for us in times of emergency. The Evil Eye tribe will answer to the summons of the country. That was the condition to stay in Faradar. Thus, there was a need to find those who had especially powerful evil eyes to answer to that call. Once every few years, the children of the Evil Eye tribe took an exam to test the strength of their evil eyes. The evil eyes varied in power, so it was necessary to determine their individual abilities. Those with powerful evil eyes were to await the call to action. That was the law of the Evil Eye tribe. My brother and I were no exception. That's why...
I see no resemblance between the two.
So many people lying over the grassy plains. I was shaken violently while I watched. I didn't understand what was happening. All the adults and children alike were collapsed on the ground. I quietly watched as their faces turned bright red and they bumped into each other and fell. Why? That question cycled through my mind. I was overwhelmed by my emotions. But I knew, deep down, this is what I caused. My mistake. My sin that I must bear. My evil eye. The evil eye of calamity. Indoctrination. That is the power of my evil eye. It is a rare power, and it had not appeared for hundreds of years. I was taught that it was dangerous, powerful, and that it can bring misfortune to many people.
They say someone with the same evil eye as you existed hundreds of years ago. If I can learn more from the adults, it might help you.
My brother who came to see me researched it for my sake. He was told never to visit me, but he managed to slip past the adults all the time. Since the day of the exam of my evil eye, I was imprisoned in a shack far away from the village. I understand that they had no choice. No one died, but they very well could have. All because of my evil eye of indoctrination. During the exam, I didn't know the powers of my own evil eye. The voices urging me on started to scare me. I felt so afraid. So I made a wish.
I feel bad for
I'm
her.
scared. So stop rushing me. I think that was the wish I made. By the time I realized it, everyone around me started to hurt each other until they collapsed. They were no longer able to make noise. The people I touched did all of my bidding. The power of the evil eye was terrifying. Until I learned of the power of the evil eye, my world was kind and gentle. But that world changed instantly. Everyone was kind to me only because they were deceived by my evil eye. The world was not kind. Everyone was afraid of me, so this was the perfect place for me.
Don't be dumb.
Wow.
Seeing my own sister be in prison makes me a terrible brother.
But brother...
No buts. I won't allow this. I'll convince the adults to change their minds.
My brother was the only one angry for me. And he told me that he had to change things, but that meant... Brother, you're so kind. But is your kindness real? Or is it because I touched you and wished for it? My evil eye. I looked at my palm and saw the evil eye in the same place as my brother's. But something about it made me afraid.
Palm.
Uh-oh. It crumbled. I messed it up. Huh? What's a girl doing here? Hey, you! What are you doing? Hmm? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
It was a boy about my age. I was frozen because I was surprised, but he looked at me curiously.
No answer, huh? Don't tell me this cute girl is a statue. That would be a shame.
Who are...
Oh, good. You finally talked. Yeah, I knew you weren't some statue.
Upon saying that, the boy gave a big smile. I was so very surprised at that. No one in the settlement would smile for me like that. Nobody would smile unless I asked them to.
My name's Tiga. I got a bit lost. But then I saw this little shack. I was wondering if there was someone inside and took a look. And then, there you were.
The boy smiled innocently. But that was impossible to me. Everyone in the village feared me because they knew how dangerous my evil eye was. So they used the power of an evil eye to make all who approached the shack where I was held feel unpleasant and want to stay away. My brother's evil eye.
Hmm? You're getting quiet again. You must be a shy one. Or do you have some kind of rule about how you're not supposed to talk with outsiders? I sure hope not. I'm an errand boy for traveling entertainers. I've gone to many different places, so I know some people have laws like that.
The boy nodded to himself. He seemed to know everything without me having to say anything.
And it's nice that you're reading all this without me having to say
While I
anything.
was still silent, the boy put his finger on his lips and winked at me.
Okay then, let's make this our secret. You didn't see anyone, and I never came here.
The other thing is, I wish it was animated, or they'd have like the younger character model, just like, I
It's
don't know.
true that I got lost, so I'd appreciate it if you can tell me which way to town. Then I'll get out of here. Oh, maybe you don't know? Okay then, guess there's nothing I can do about that. I wonder if I can guess my way back.
Looking worried, the boy cocked his head, then turned to leave the shack. Thinking that I'll be all alone again after he's gone, I grabbed his sleeve.
What's wrong? You want to talk to me? Or are you going to tell me how to get to town?
Well...
Or do you need something from me?
That question made me shiver. I didn't know how to answer him. I shouldn't have even thought about what I wanted from him. And yet, that didn't stop my wanting. I want to live together with my family again. I want to see brother stop being so angry and to smile again. I want to apologize to those I hurt. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. When my palm touched the boy, my evil eye stung. It was as if it was telling me to say my wish. As it got hotter and hotter and hotter, feeling elated from that heat, I come here.
All right.
Huh? I knew I was being selfish. Right at the moment I gave in to my desires, the boy smiled and placed his finger on my lips. The gesture was meant to keep me from saying any more. He smiled.
If you're afraid of being alone, I'll be with you.
Huh?
Is that not it?
I shook my head to the boy's question.
That's good.
Why?
Let's see. The ringleader of the traveling entertainers I'm with always told me, he said, if you ever find the right girl, never let her go. Well, I guess you could say, it's love at first sight.
After saying that, the boy sat next to me and told me about many things. He was orphaned for as long as he could remember. He was adopted by the traveling entertainers. He told me about all of the people he traveled with. The boy was a great storyteller. I lost track of time and my loneliness as I was absorbed in his conversation.
Who is he? How did you get in here?
Brother came into the shack and made a very angry face when he found the boy. I shrunk away in fear. But the boy held my hand.
Nice to meet you. My name is Tiga. My adoptive parent, the ringleader, gave me the stage name Tiga Raulion.
I see, Tiga. So what are you to my sister?
Sister? You look nothing
Yeah.
alike. Well, let's set that aside. About me.
Yeah, exactly. You look nothing
He
alike.
looked at me. From his gaze, I finally realized that I never gave him my name. Melty.
I see. Got it. I am your sister Mel's friend. I will never leave her alone again. I will stay by her side and protect her.
You're strange. That's the first thing you say.
The ringleader once told me this. Never be too shy to say what's important. If you don't, you have no right to be mad when they get taken away from you. I don't want to regret anything, so I won't hesitate to speak my mind.
I see. Fine then. I'll have you know that being by my sister's side will be tough. For starters, I'm your first obstacle.
Well, you're a worthy challenge.
The boy smiled at my brother's words and held my hand. He never let go, even once. And even now, that hand...
Still stuck to you. Oh no.
Those memories always come back to me whenever I pray. The day that my evil eye pushed people away. The day that Tiga came to me. Then, the day I bound Tiga, in order to keep his promise with me. Tiga stayed behind in Faradar. We've been together since. He parted ways with the traveling entertainers who raised him without a proper goodbye. And from then on, he was by my side. That made me happy, and I appreciate it. But I've always wondered. I didn't say it out loud on that day. But I did have a wish. I thought that my evil eye deceived Tiga and took away his freedom. That I had bound him to me from that moment. I may have selfishly forced Tiga to sacrifice his own future just to stay with me. That thought makes me so ashamed. I'm a terrible person.
What's so terrible? You're so lively this morning as usual, Mel. You were really into that shouting during your prayer.
I don't shout when I pray! And you never do what I ask.
He silent me from behind as I pray had become part of our daily routine. Can't help but get angry, but I always regret it. I can possibly complain about him not doing as I asked.
Sorry, that's not what I meant.
It's weird to be in her point of view now.
Don't look so down. When the royal candidate is like that, you'll make the people who support you get worried.
Tiga gently touches my cheek, and I don't mind it when Tiga touches me. Every time we touch, I always wonder. I wish for suddenly Tiga would do exactly as I wish, suppressing his own will again.
I don't understand how anyone could support me. You know how I feel about it, Tiga.
Mel, I've always told you. This might have all started because of the evil eye, but the rest was...
You two are rather passionate for this early in the morning.
No, brother. Sakura appears out of nowhere, and Tiga has a wary look in his eyes. I can't help but tense up. I have a fear of Sakura. Seeing our reaction, Sakura places her hand over her mouth and smiles.
Oh dear. Tiga, don't look at me like that. You're scaring little old me. And we need to be on friendly terms, or the others may start to get suspicious. That wouldn't work out so well for you, Tiga. Oh, my mistake. It would be your precious Melty who would really be in trouble. Don't you agree?
Why, you...
Tiga, it's okay.
Mel, but...
I'll be okay. I'll do as I'm told.
Melty,
oh, you're going down, Sakura.
I love obedient children.
So, what are we supposed to do today, Sakura?
Let's see. I wanted to get rid of that annoying half-devil servant, Subaru.
Subaru? Why single him out?
This is just a hunch, but I sense something strange about him. He was the one who discovered my spies at the manor and also got in Wolf's way. That's why I thought it was the right time to send the Dusk Bandits after them. But that ended in failure as well. Of course, I partially blame you two for that.
It wasn't just us there. There was Subaru's bodyguard, Rem. And the finest of knights was there too. Those guys didn't stand a chance, whether we were there or not.
Yes, I agree. That's why I didn't punish you as long.
Tiga?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, you want to move on Subaru, right?
I don't know yet. What do you think is best? If I come up with something too terrible, you might betray my plans to your friend. If that happens, I'd be in deep, deep trouble.
I wouldn't do that. And I can't. You already know that, Sakura. What's most important to me is Mel. Nothing will tip the scales against her favor.
I see.
Glad to hear that. Still, considering recent events, I guess it's imprudent to try anything on Subaru. So let's stay put for today and concentrate on gathering votes for the royal selection.
Gathering votes? Are you meeting with the higher-ups at the castle to use my evil eye again?
Of course. Go and give them a little coaxing. This is so wonderful. Just touching them and smiling can put them under your fingertips. I envy your powers because I'm already at my limit just making these children do as I say.
Countless wings flare as shadows appear around the church's walls, floors, and ceilings. The withering shadows and sounds of fluttering wings are enough to paralyze and leave me trembling in fear. I'm afraid, so afraid. I felt just like I did when I was left all alone in the shack back home.
Stop this! Stop scaring Mel! What's the point of all this?
The point? The point is to see your faces! So funny! So pitiful! If I don't strike fear in you from time to time, you'll start to get the wrong idea about me. You'll actually believe I'm a kind, considerate, temperate woman.
As you said, you wanted to get rid of Subaru.
Time for a meal? Melty, you need your nutrients for your precious body.
Ooh. Sound of bugs' wings come closer. I can see their stingers, whatever. Being stuck by those things is extremely painful. So painful I can't even speak. But without them, I will die. You know, I know that.
I'm still okay. I'm fine. So please get those bugs away from me.
Come on, don't be like that. Mother has tasked me with keeping you in peak condition. If anything were to happen to you, I wouldn't be able to face Mother.
Mel, don't listen to her.
You really think she has a choice?
Sucker's remark makes me come to my senses. It sounds as if she's testing me to see if I really will defy her. If I ever defied her, then everyone in Faradar would.
So please.
Mel!
Come on, don't interrupt Tiga.
Man, look at the look on her
very
face.
Self-sacrificial. What a benevolent nun she is. Well then.
Ew, since it's flaring, come closer. While my body tense up near, I glance over at Tiga.
Please.
Mel.
I want Tiga to see this because Tiga sees me like this. I may wish for it again. I want to be saved. I may ask Tiga to save me, and then I do that, Tiga will.
Sakura.
Press with Tiga and prepare for the oncoming pain, but it never comes. I wonder if she's delaying it to harass me.
Looks like someone is here.
Ha!
You're so dense. There's a visitor at the church. We can't let them see this.
That's our center painted in the screwing shadows that had been in view until just a moment ago. All vanished from sight. I'm still reeling from it.
Excuse me? I assume you were Miss Melty Pristes and the members of her faction.
Yes. I see. So, you are...
Yes, I'm a messenger from the castle. There is important news about the royal selection, and all candidates must be brought there.
To the castle? Right now?
Oh my, this is sudden. We haven't heard about that at all.
The Council of Wise Men are terribly sorry. Excuse me, but I would like for you to come with me.
We have our own schedule to run, so it's too sudden. So at least for now...
Can I assume you are okay with letting the other candidates get an advantage then? Excuse me, I was out of line.
Nice, guard, thank you.
Although the royal selection has been delayed, it can be said that its preliminary competition has already begun. It may not be wise to fall behind any candidate in this battle of intelligence gathering.
That's right, guard, you go.
I beg for your forgiveness.
Interesting.
But you do have a point. What do we do, Sakura? Maybe we should accept the invitation for Mel's sake.
Of course you'd want that. It would interrupt our earlier activity.
Don't take it out on me. It's not my fault someone came here.
That's right. Tiga shrugs, and I notice Sakura has clear become more ominous. Seeing this, I raise my hand. Whatever.
The castle, is it? I'll go. Please take me there.
Oh, fine.
Yes, thank you. The dragon carriage is already prepared outside. Please come and board it.
Heck yeah. We'll go out and ride the dragon carriage to the castle.
What do you mean?
This unexpected summons. We couldn't get the Council of Wise Men on our side, but that high-ranking civil servant is under our thumb. Or should I say, he's Melty's ally, which makes us privy to everything that happens at the castle. Considering how we weren't notified first, I would have to say that they're getting lazy on the job.
Haha. Cyrus Ranger Rickert, who is cooperating with us, joining the current royal selection, needs someone's cooperation castle. That's why he was there the other day. I saw out the manager at the other civil servants. But he created an opportunity to meet with him, and I used my power of of course you did, to bring him on our side. Using the power more often would deepen the effect. Now Rickert would prioritize me, even if he doesn't think of it. Yeah, whatever. I cannot read right now. Being a manager at the civil servants, Rickert delivers us useful information constantly. Sorry, I've just been recording for so long. We gotta finish this series, man. It's gonna be a long episode, like I said. So I had the same suspicion of Sakura. Why didn't Rickert tell us about this? Rickert had managed to escape the evil eye of indoctrination, if that's the case.
You would have to deeply reapply the power of your evil eye again, Melty.
For a second, I thought she read my mind. That's how Sakura's words matched my thinking. Sakura smiles wide.
You should know that, without me having to tell you.
But that's...
I'm sure you wouldn't want anyone to be able to escape your evil eye.
That's not true. If it weren't for my evil eye, I would be a normal...
Yes, I wish I didn't have my evil eye. And weren't for this, I wouldn't be taken advantage of by Sakura. I wouldn't have been torn from my family either. And weren't for this evil eye, I would be a normal girl.
A normal girl? You say the strangest things. Melty, there's no way you're an ordinary girl. It's absolutely, totally, positively impossible. Because you're so utterly distrustful of humanity.
Wow.
You're so distrusting of people. You can't be with anyone unless they do your every bidding. You can't feel at peace unless you can completely control someone.
That's...
The look on her face. Who can say it's not true, but those words won't come out. Please, deep down I know she's right. I'm a coward, I'm timid, and I'm weak. I fear how I can't be at peace. That's why
you should be ruler. Control everything to your will. There's nothing wrong with that, so let's do it. Once you become ruler, you can do anything. You can make them submit to your evil eye, or you can use your political authority. That's the only difference. Do you understand? It doesn't matter if you are a legitimate or an imposter candidate, because you were born to rule.
Me? A ruler?
Yes, that's right. Your evil eye gives you the right to trample on others, and a ruler has the right to trample on their subjects. If dominating someone is proof of power, then you were already born with it.
Sakura raises her hand, then runs her finger along her palm and grins. Immediately realizes the gesture is referring to my palm rather than her own. My palm, my evil eye, has been reconstructed so that it can't be seen anymore. It used to exist in a particular spot.
Your evil eye is your crown. Melty, I want you to become a true ruler.
Sakura's friend says she looks down on me gently.
I know we don't have the best relationship. It's natural for you to hate me. I've been deliberately acting as such to make you feel that way, after all. But my desire to make you ruler is real, if nothing else. You have the power to make it happen. And if you have the ability, why not?
I don't know. I don't understand.
I reluctantly shake my head to try to escape from Sakura's words, but she won't let me go. Her eyes and expressions continue to hold me firm. It's as if Sakura herself is clinging on to me. And my entire being was about to be swallowed up by Sakura. Tiga shouts out. Tiga's breathing heavily as he glares at Sakura.
I tried to keep my mouth shut, but you kept saying those awful things to Mel. You're way out of line. Mel is not like you.
Oh my. Did I make you upset?
Don't tease me, you vile woman. Mel's evil eye has controlled her life, and of all things, you call that her crown? When did Mel ever want that? It was all your idea.
Power and birthright are not determined by your desire. They are given. The royal family that died the other day just happened to be born as royalty, right? It's the same with the evil eye. It just so happened that those with power were given the right to use it. Wouldn't it be an insult to let such a treasure go to waste?
Why, you...
Please stop!
I know. I really do. It's all my fault. So, I'm sorry. So please, stop fighting.
Mel. Goodness. You're way off the mark yet again. You're so naive. You're going to regret it if you don't wise up soon.
I don't know how to respond to Sakura as suddenly look down and think back on that earlier conversation.
If that's true, just have Melty use her evil eye to shut him up.
You don't have to say it like that.
I think I put it kindly enough. At least I didn't use the word coax this time, right?
He clicks his tongue slowly, stands up, then looks out the window. Then,
Tiga?
Tiga's reaction catches my attention. I look up too. Tiga squints and stares at someone out the something out the window.
To the castle? But
what?
The scenery.
Something's
off.
Tiga turned around to head to the coachman's seat. My eyes wide and I stared at the window. He was just looking out there. I saw the path to the castle outside. It's opposite. It's a dilapidated scenery of the slums.
Huh? Hey, you! What's going on here?
Bestie!
What?
Is that?
The guard in the coachman's seat yells, I don't know why, and Sakura looks like she doesn't either. But Tiga. He jumps towards me, his strong arms wrap around me, and he hugs me tight. In this moment, I feel swallowed by a violent shock. I scream as everything goes down upside down. I scream and scream. The only thing I feel is Tiga's arms firmly around me. That's the last thing I remember before I lose consciousness.
Alright, it went perfectly. That attack would have caught anyone off guard. Hey, Tiga! You alive?
Can't hear anything.
Tiga! You can't die! You gotta be joking.
Like hell I'm dead! But I did almost die! That would have been a bad joke!
Tiga comes out from under the overturned dragon carriage looking injured. Tiga's arms melt, she's in the conscious, but she doesn't look injured.
Awesome. I knew I could believe in you, bestie.
You make it sound so easy. What would you have done if I didn't notice? You put Mel in danger. Subaru.
You didn't notice. The thought never even crossed my mind. Ladies' men like you wouldn't miss such opportunities.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I can tell you're being ridiculous. Anyway, why did you do this? Are you trying to declare war on us?
Tiga repositions Melty in his arms and glares. How the heck did she fall unconscious? Saying that I lied about that summons and put their dragon carriage, that reaction makes perfect sense.
No, it's the opposite. We're the ones who saved you.
Huh?
Come on! We're here to save you! I was racking my brain thinking about how to get you out of that awful situation. We also managed to come up with a plan after deliberating over it and finally put it to action. Tiga?
Are you serious?
I can come up with pretty big lies while keeping a straight face, but I wouldn't do that now. I really did come to save you. And her. If possible, I want to help Solemn too.
Subaru.
Don't worry, bestie. I'm the kind of man that doesn't give up on happy endings.
Happy what?
Eric thumbs up and flashes a smile. Tiga makes an exasperated grunt. Tiga shakes his head and looks down at Melty, still in his arms.
I don't really understand what you're saying, but I like the sound of it. I don't get what's going on, but I won't regret trusting you, right?
Yeah, I swear on our true friendship.
Hearing Tiga's answer makes me smile, knowing that I got to pass the first obstacle in front of us.
We don't have time to talk. You know we have to hurry.
That voice.
Yeah, the star is here. The world's best, prettiest, silver-haired girl.
What about Sakura? What happened to her?
There, it stopped. You can come out now.
Hey, sorry for the wait. We got here as fast as we could.
Miss Amelia? And Ferris, too.
Yoo-hoo, Tiger. Let me guess, are you in trouble?
We know the whole story, so leave it to us.
What do you mean you know?
I couldn't figure anything out on my own, so I gave them all the details.
What?
Anyway, here's our miraculous and magical helpers. Just leave Melty to us.
You told everyone? Hey, come on!
There, don't fight. Miss Melty is your priority, right? Or can I just call her Melty?
Paris, that's not important right now. Come on, hurry and bring her to the dragon carriage.
Amelia Ferris takes Melty from Tiga's arms and carry her to the dragon carriage.
What's going on?
Let me relieve your worries for now. We have a plan for Melty's throat. And?
And?
I think the chains that bind her can be dealt with too. You're not alone anymore. Let's fight together.
Man, you really are something else.
Tiga initially when he finally smiles, but right when I smile back.
My. Looks like everyone is taking a bow already.
I knew she'd come.
I can't allow that. You won't have your way.
Sakura!
Subaru, what is with you, really? You keep messing up all of my preparations one after another. Now you've even set up a trap for me. You're a loser. You don't have it in you to be somebody. And yet you accomplished this.
Sad to say, but I can't really disagree with that. Still, I may be a loser, but this is the result of my desperate efforts.
Oh?
And since you've been losing to a loser like me, that makes you a loser too.
I take back what I said earlier. I admit you do have an unrivaled talent for impudence.
Look at her face, man. He's like, I said it was a clean hit. Sakura suddenly looks much angrier. Her sharp glare almost makes me want to inch backward. Tiga draws a sword and stands in front of me.
Serious, Tiga? You really want to define me? After all we've been through together?
You're the one that jumped in the way between Mel and me. Unfortunately for you, I don't have a speck of affinity for you. I'm actually happy I can finally sever ties from you. It feels like this has been a long time coming.
Tiga!
Leave this to me and go!
Hey, that line!
Yeah, I know how awesome I sounded just now, so let me have my moment. You said you'll save Mel. I'll believe in you, Subaru. So go. I'll hold back Sakura.
Can you really do it?
I can't call myself a man otherwise.
You're right. Don't you die on us, Tiga.
So I bump fists after that bold declaration. I jump on the dragon carriage where Amelia waited. Then
Subaru, where's Tiga?
We're leaving him behind. This is where he'll show what he's made of.
I don't understand you sometimes.
Don't question it, just go. Quiet, dragon carriage starts running while kicking up smoke. But Tiga and Sakura behind as we make our escape. Oh brother, watch the dragon carriage get further away from turning around towards my enemy.
Are you sure about this? Maybe you should have had your little friend's help instead of fighting alone.
I know what you're trying to do, Sakura. Like you said, we've known each other for a long time. You're stalling for time. Because the longer we wait, the better advantage you'll have. You still have your ace up your sleeve. If they make it here, we lose. So I'll make sure you're separated from that ace to increase my chance of winning.
Oh, you're so sly. I really hate how you've grown up.
Sorry, just made her unusual signal. Bugs and start to gather. The old man and wasp are controlled by Sakura's powers. It is her strength as an insect
I've
master.
always thought your personality was fitting for an insect master. Tell me, did you become a bug tamer because of your personality? Or did you get that personality from being an insect master? Which came first?
You really don't know when to shut up. No wonder you and Subaru are friends. You're exactly the kind of person he attracts.
What kind?
The kind that irritates me!
Oh, brother. Stan springs again to see the bugs fly up and attack. Her countless numbers of formidable attack scenes fly out the sky. Most people would quiver at the sight. Once they swarm you, you'll use their fangs to tear your flesh away until you're nothing but a corpse. Even if Sakura doesn't kill Mel, she has no reason to keep me alive until the end. That's why she will not go easy. We give up in fear, I'll die. Knowing this, I similar sword with inner peace. Spending a second and third time to slice at the man wasp, maintaining my emotions that would affect my sword. I maintain my cool and engage the enemies. If I lose the grip on my emotions, they will prove fatal for me. My body submits to fear, death will come. I suppress all those things with my inner peace as I survive Sakura's first wave of attacks.
Surprise! I knew that you were training hard to protect Melty.
But you didn't expect me to be this good? Don't worry, Sakura. I wasn't hiding any secret powers from you. You already know that I'm just an ordinary person. Unlike the Sword Saint, the finest of knights, or the Blue, I have no special powers. However, I must defeat you in order to save Mel. So I honed my skills for that purpose.
That's a beautiful story. I've never received such a passionate confession. You might even make Melty jealous.
I have another confession for Mel, so don't worry about that.
I can concentrate my emotions in my sword and point at Sakura.
Thanks
Then
for everything, Sakura. May you have the serenity and the guidance of the Divine Dragon.
Dragon carries power slums through the slums. However, throwing into a panic from the rough ride, they stop the slums so land dragon's divine protection of when the power was removed.
I didn't think it would shake this much!
The slums don't have paved roads! It's so bumpy! Ow, my foot!
Oh my god! Neely! Where's the road?
Almost there. We're almost to another road. All right, we're okay now.
Thank God. Mila grabs one of the reins in the coachman's seat, just like she said. She's shaking gradually lessened, although it's not completely gone.
It's smoother now. Alright, Varys, now's your chance.
You mean to diagnose Miss Meowty?
Are you seriously gonna call her that?
Fairy here is a bit confused right now. I'll do the diagnosis, so be quiet for a second.
Varys yells at me and then starts checking Melty's esophagus as she lies there on the seat. The conclusion of last night's discussion was based on nothing but conjecture, or whatever, I don't care. It didn't go well in theory. It's entirely possible that it won't turn out as expected.
I shouldn't be so pessimistic. Anyway, just leave it to Varys right now. As for me... Mealy, how is it on your end?
Oh, Subaru. Yeah, everything's fine. This is a really good dragon.
He points at a black land dragon, holding a dragon carriage.
Dragon carriage and land dragon were borrowed from Cruce. She's one impressive duchess. Can't underestimate that power.
That could be part of it. But this dragon is amazing on its own. It really liked you, Subaru.
Oh, right. I really don't know why, though.
Cruce asked me to pick a land dragon before this mission started. On them was a black land dragon. It had an elegant-looking face. I didn't think that would match me well, but the land dragon seemed to take a liking to me.
It's our dependable land dragon, buddy. I'll name you Patriche.
Hey, you can't just give her a weird name like that. We have to return her to Cruce later.
I know that. But now I'm starting to feel more attached. Considering how much work I did at the royal capital, would it be possible to get a land dragon as a reward?
There you go again. What would you do with the land dragon? Taking care of them is a lot of work.
Are you my mom or something?
Huh? I'm not.
You're not supposed to take it seriously. Now it's awkward.
He has the response floors me. Anyway, our conversation got cut short. I turned my attention behind me. I don't mean inside the carriage. I'm wondering about Tiga, who's left me behind.
You're worried about Tiga.
Yeah, I am. But worrying about him undermines his bravery.
You boys are such a pain.
Yeah, we sure are. This is something we will never yield on.
Unfortunately for Amelia, this has to be a man's pride and trust. I hope she'll just accept it on an open heart. In case the die has already been cast, all we can do is work hard in the hopes that each of us has roll a good number.
Now, we need to get working. Mealy, where's the next point?
I think we're almost at our rendezvous point. And about the others.
If that bunch doesn't do well, I think things will turn out real badly down the line. In any case, they've all got some eccentric personalities. I'm not worried about that part.
Is everyone okay?
We can only believe.
Everyone, I was about to say that. Wolf.
Subaru, watch out!
He knew there was going to be one last battle with him. A red light shines. Amelia pulls me towards her while casting an ice spell above. In excess, a white light explodes, causing a shockwave that shakes the dragon carriage.
Subaru, are you okay?
I'll live. What about you, Mealy?
Okie dokie.
I haven't heard that phrase in a while. Wait, now's not the time for that. That attack was...
Well, aren't you lucky you survived? I was trying to flip over your entire dragon carriage.
Look who it is.
Now, thanks to you, Sakura is losing her mind. That feels great.
Wait, now's not the time to be saying this. Melty is in that carriage, so don't flip it.
Oh, that's right. Anyway, good job to you then. As thanks, I'll give you some hot flames.
There he is!
So that's the evil spiritual arts user that you talked about.
Maybe I can talk him out of this. Hey! Listen up, Wolf! No! Solemn!
Yeah, Solemn.
We're trying to help Melty! We both want the same thing! We should work together! I know what you're going through. I heard from Tiga. We found out a way to resolve this. All that's left is...
You're mistaken.
Oh, brother.
What? I'm mistaken?
Yeah, you've definitely got the wrong idea here. You could even say it's a fatal mistake.
What mistake? You're Melty's older brother and...
That's right, I'm Melty's brother, but I'm different from my useless other half.
Other...
I am the malevolent masked magician Wolf. That name is true to its word. I am a different being from Solemn. He's useless in every regard, so don't lump me in with him. I would never accept the help of others. I will save my sister Melty on my own. No one will stand in my way.
Earlier now? Door opens with a heavy sound. I look around but don't see anyone. It's not that anyone was hiding or holding their breath. There is really no one here. Seems like they're out.
Oh my. Looks like Sakura isn't here. She summoned us and she's not even here? What an insult. Jeez. It's always like this. My patience is wearing thin. Aren't you also annoyed by this? I wish it would just stop. You're like that again. Yeah, it's my fault for asking.
Pooh wags her puppy tail and turns her back on Solemn. Seeing how the spirit wasn't bad spirit, Solemn isn't sure what to do. Things haven't changed in years. It was like this during their first encounter. How many years ago was that?
I've heard about you. I'm Puka. As you can see, I'm a fledgling, powerful, and beautiful great spirit. That's a good reaction. Seems like you're speechless at the sight of me.
No.
You're not? You're just not that talkative? What's with that? Are you making fun of me?
Maybe.
Yes, you are. You have to speak more clearly or the other person will never know what you're trying to say. Well, how about it? Or are you just gonna use that as an excuse and you don't care if you make the other person angry? And I'm sorry to say, but I don't think you and I will get along. You'll have to look elsewhere.
I have a choice?
Okay, so there's no choice. But I have my pride. I'll never do something I don't want to do, even if I vanish for it. What about you? Do you have the conviction to follow through? You're quiet again. All right. I've had enough. You can just...
I'm Solemn. Solemn. That's my name. Puka, I want to be your partner. There is something I must accomplish. And for that, I need your help.
My help?
Yes, with your powers.
My powers? Why'd you go so quiet again?
I'm sorry.
Fine then. I understand how you feel and that you aren't making fun of me. I know you can't help it. Fine. I'll form a contract with you, but remember this.
Form a contract, nice.
You have to make sure you actually express your thoughts fully. That's the very first condition of the contract between us. Did you just laugh? Did something funny happen? Tell me!
It's you, Puka.
You were laughing at me!
Solemn wasn't laughing at her. It seems he still was having trouble conveying his intentions. Puka erupted in anger again, and Solemn was forced to get her back on her good side.
You think you can cheer me up with candy? You think you can cool me off with this? Jeez, men are always like this. Oh, thanks for the treat. Whew. Only I would have such a kind heart to forgive you so easily.
Yeah.
Yes. So, in the end...
Is that?
It's Sakura's bugs! Seeing that they're here...
Seeing the one flying inside, Solemn reaches out without hesitation, and the bug sinks her into the outstretched arm.
Not a problem.
I know that, but it looks gross. Oh, what did she say?
Wait.
Solemn asked Puka and closed his eyes. The next moment, the message was sent through the Mana wasp stinger in his arm is one of her abilities as Insect Master. She can transmit messages to the insects that she controls. Sakura often uses this method to send orders to Solemn at the royal capital. And this time, too.
Candidates have made their move.
Did they find out?
Seems like it. Melty has been kidnapped.
What? What are Tiga and Sakura doing? Well, we're in no position to talk. Then where do we go?
The slums will take back Melty.
Solemn Fuga arrives at the familiar roads and alleyways of the slums. According to the message that Sakura sent, the dragon carriage and Melty and the others should pass through here.
To get here first. All that's left is to stop them. But Solemn, can you do it? You idiot. I can tell what you're thinking just by looking at your face. How many years do you think we've been partners? Subaru and his friends kidnapped our Melty.
Solemn couldn't keep secrets from his partner. Despite his taciturn personality, he isn't very good at keeping secrets. Or perhaps this great spirit to be is just that good at reading his thoughts.
They're nice people. There's no mistake about that. But they have nothing to do with our objective. I know that.
Shut up! Solemn admired the faces of those he met who were unrelated to his work. They were good people, a kind-hearted young man and his friends. Had they not interfered with Solemn, they would have remained in peace. Either kidnap Melty to expose who she really is, or perhaps...
The situation has changed. It's come to a point of no return. The life at the royal capital wasn't bad. Everything was so busy and lively. And the runt of a spirit picked a fight with me, it was nothing but trouble. But it's time to say goodbye to that life. We have to make sure we're gone without a trace. Can you do it?
Fuga asked silently. Solemn responded with his usual silence. Solemn was unable to express his answers words, and time passes on.
Now, gonna give her the usual silent treatment? That's no way to treat your partner. You should already know that this job is too much for you to handle. Just switch out like you usually do, turn tail, and go into hiding.
Those calls of ridicule didn't come from the outside, they come from a voice deeper in his heart. His voice of a cruel man who knows everything, his other self.
Yup, it's me. You're me. Or am I my you? Well, whatever.
That's wrong, you're. There is some typos, but whatever. In their voice he had started hearing some time ago. His alternate personality, Wolf, had been chased out of the homeland. Solemn decided to get his hands dirty so he could be with his sister. On the way he met Fuka, who spent his days working these these jobs, not really understanding why. But after years had passed, this other man appeared in Solemn. His overly familiar voice would insult Solemn's work, whispering that he could do better. But this is a fact where Solemn let his body to his voice, he fully potential would be revealed or realized, and all the work would be completely perfectly. Soon that voice called himself Wolf. He now said Solemn's other half and proved to everyone that he was useful. Solemn himself acknowledges that. In fact, Wolf is many times stronger than Solemn. His ruthlessness towards targets and his ability to be cold-hearted for the sake of winning set the two apart. Wolf would complete every task effortlessly. Solemn would still hesitate at the crucial moment. Come on, Solemn, fight him! By the time they realized that Wolf has been tasked to do most of the work, all Solemn does is act like some kind of hermit. Seeing his sister grow up healthy is one of Solemn's few moments of happiness. That's why.
Switch with me, my pacifist brother. You're too much of a coward to handle this yourself. You can't kill them. Don't worry, just close your eyes and I'll take care of things like I always do. There's no need for you to get hurt. I don't have a heart to get hurt in the first place. We're just taking the roles that suit us best. You want to hug your sister with those arms, right? Then don't dirty your hands with the blood of the innocent. Goo!
Solemn, what are you going to do? The dragon carriage is going to arrive soon.
Nurse remains silent. Solemn opens his eyes. A contracted spirit looks at him with worry, and Solemn nods. He wasn't afraid of straining his hands with blood. He was just afraid of containing his other, stronger self and getting Puka hurt. That's why.
Wolf, please.
Sure thing, you damn coward.
He takes out a mask and wears it, completing the ritual that switches Solemn and Wolf. In the next instant, the one who controls the body switches. Solemn consciousness falls into darkness, and the one who surfaces on his back.
Looks like you're done switching.
Obviously. I'm purposely dressing up for you because I would have felt bad if you got confused. This is all out of love for you. Cool! You like that?
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, do you know what the situation is?
I've been listening from inside him. It would have been awesome if I got to see Sakura get all flustered. But hearing the panic in her message was good enough. Don't look at me like that, Puka. You and I will burn everything. The entire path will be a barren wasteland. And then we will go to our new world. Doesn't that excite you? What?
Isn't it hard, hurting yourself like this?
Don't look at me like that, Puka. I'm making progress. I'm not the same as that coward who's hiding.
He glares and growls at those words. Completely different demeanor from his usual gesturing laughs. He sees the dragon carriage plowing through the road of the slums at an amazing speed.
It's time! Let's get working, partner.
I know. I'm your partner. That's what was asked of me, so I will follow through.
That's right. Let's get this going.
Wolf becomes engulfed in flames with Puka's help, and he jumps high in the air. Then he points his arm at the dragon carriage. He begins his attack. Time returns to the present. Yep, of course.
This is bad. Subaru, please take the reins. I'll shoot down that attack.
You go, Mealy! Wolf howls and emits flames that continue to chase after the dragon carriage. If I crouch down and brace myself, if we get hit with that, even once we're done for, we'll be burnt to a crisp. With that, I grip the reins, immediately hand over to me to keep running the dragon carriage. Amelia stands up boldly and...
I've had enough of your recklessness. Now I'm really mad.
You look so adorable when you're mad. It's such a waste. If only you weren't a half-devil.
Don't be dumb! She's a half-elf and she's super cute! Don't make me burn all your nose hairs!
Subaru, keep your eyes on the road. And now's not the time to be saying nonsense.
You know, I'm getting scolded by Mealy. I definitely control the dragon carriage to evade the flames. Wait, am I?
She's amazing! I'm not even really doing anything!
It says how great this animal is just from how the reins feel. I know for sure that Parashay is a thoroughbred. I think I picked the best out of the carts in the manner.
Maneuvers! Quick dash! Back dash! Sidestep!
Swirling around nicely, aren't you? This is so irritating, it makes me want to change my mask!
I don't know what good that would do, but do what you want!
If that keeps one of his hands busy, it'll make my attacks easier to connect.
Flashy magic battle between Mealy and Wolf unfolds around the dragon carriage. Mealy keeps her surroundings in mind, but Wolf doesn't show the same consideration. Have to be careful so the slums don't get burned down.
Always on hard mode here. I wanted to make our move in the slums in case he came after us, but...
It's okay, Subaru. We'll be fine. I'll keep the collateral damage at a minimum. And we're almost there.
Mealy fights valiantly, despite having more to deal with than Wolf. Her bluish purple eyes turn to the bottom of the dragon carriage, as if waiting for that glance. The window that connects to the coachman's seat, the dragon carriage opens up.
There is! We're busy right now! We're being chased by a scary clown! Wait, I've heard of that urban legend before.
I can tell.
Oh, he made a reference to that.
It was real tough, so you better appreciate how hard this was for me.
I will. I definitely will. So what happened?
Boo, you're not being sincere about it. Fairy here worked so hard, too. And as a result...
Yeah?
Shut up.
I think I can solve the issue with Miss Meowty's throat like we talked about yesterday.
Nice!
That's really great news from Varys. I raised my fist into the air and all that's left is...
For the operation. We're almost at the rendezvous point. Mealy!
Sure. What should I do?
Oh, my, you're so obedient. Are you sure you want to follow my orders?
It's a little late for that. We've come this far. I'll believe in you till the end, Subaru.
Yes! I tell you back from Mealy, trust me, my heart feels hot, my teeth feel hot, my ears feel hot, and I'm getting pumped up.
Right! This is great! Let's do this! You trust me, so I won't let you down! Mealy, I'll tell you when to use your ice magic. Varys, you get mentally prepared for the op.
You can count on me.
What's an op? I guess you don't have time to answer.
I sure don't!
Short for operation.
We're starting the mission right now!
He circled around us again. That Subaru is strangely perceptive.
I don't think that's the case. It's the land dragon that's doing all the dodging. It's not technique. It was all his luck in choosing the land dragon. He pulled the best land dragon when it mattered most. That's the kind of luck he has. I'd say it's a talent I don't have.
You going soft on me? Then get out of here. I'll protect you and Solemn both. You two cowards can just go to the back and huddle together. Huh?
What?
That's such an obvious taunt. You think I would be affected by those words now? Give me a break, oh great spirit. I am Wolf. I play dirty tricks and ambush all the time. I swear on my title of malevolent math magician to defeat any opponent. They'll be just another victim. Nothing more, nothing less.
Wolf.
Ignoring Puga's calls, continue to shoot planes at the dragon carriage as it turns. Huge magic spells go off at all after the one. Normally one would run at the mana, but this is not an issue for Wolf because...
World unravel, spill from the cracks, give me the strength to rise up!
In the palms of both his hands are the ominous sights of the open evil eyes. When the evil eyes shine, nothing interesting happens. The evil eye of absorbs mana in the area where Wolf devours and cycles into his body. As long as the world itself doesn't end, its supply is endless.
All you want, you plebeians. I will burn you with my eternal flames.
The Great Spirit Puga creates the flames. Wolf's evil eye supplies infinite mana. Together there is no battle that they cannot win with sheer force. That's why.
Something's wrong!
Something's happening to the dragon carriage straight ahead. Really using ice shard as a block, but something is different about them now. The ice shard are even thinner and smaller, like hail or something.
Why did they spread out their ice like that?
I've got a bad feeling about this. Maybe we should keep our distance.
Nah, it's a pain.
Goes up both hands to create an even bigger flame. Puga opens up her eyes wide, but Wolf pays her no heed.
I'll incinerate them all here and now. Now, I don't have to be conservative and worry about being spotted by others.
Wolf, you can't be...
But I don't care anymore. I'll show them my full strength. Take this!
Hey, what about Melty?
A giant flame is unleashed despite Puga's scream, drowned out by the sound of the fire. Flames approach the dragon carriage and it seems that there is no way to stop it. Once everything vanishes, the dragon carriage and all. In the next instant, white fog expands explosively. The white has engulfs the flames along with Wolf and Puga, cutting out their vision.
What's going on?
This fog. What are they trying to do?
And the haze covers Wolf and Puga doubt their own eyes to the spectacle before them. Neon carriage. Ooh. Oh!
There's 3 dragon carriages?
They're all the same color and type. Which one's the carriage from earlier?
Right! They're freaked out! The plan is working!
I'm surprised that you came up with this plan. Using multiple identical carriages to confuse our pursuers? If it is underhanded tactics we are talking about, there is no one better than Barazu.
That's not really a compliment!
But we managed to catch the opponent off guard. You gave enough time for Ram and me to jump in. Your little trick sure proved to be useful.
That's definitely not a compliment! I can tell, you know!
That's not my intention.
I was really dealing with Ram and Julius, who jumped into the dragon carriage deep in my heart. I was cheering that the plan was working. Outside the window, the decoy dragon carriage was running alongside the real one. Thanks to the haze that Emila created, the carriages keep shuffling so they can't figure it out. All that's left is...
Hey, stop fighting! Miss Crochet has joined the fray, so Fairy Hair doesn't have time to mess around with Mew. Julius, Ram, help me here! We need to get started!
Of course.
You can count on me.
Oh, Miss Crochet, I'll do my best!
Of course. I believe in you. I know you will give it your all, Ferris.
She looks good in that outfit. Crochet responds from the coach box with the reins in her hand, even though her attendee's voice doesn't reach her. They've known each other for so long that she could close her eye and easily imagine her attendant's thoughts and actions. So yeah, sure. And each have an unwavering trust and knowledge that the other will give in their utmost effort.
Turmoil before the royal selection has even started. Goodness, it is never easy.
Miss Amelia, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. Subaru and the others should be perfectly fine too. Thank you so much for making it on time. That almost turned out very badly for us. I only did what was expected. Sister and I were very worried. We can't turn back after we've come this far. Let's keep going
That's
all
right.
the way to the end. Agreed. Let's do this.
2 decoys and 1 real one. Damn, I can't attack carelessly.
I know! Look at the coachman to find out which is which. Melty is on the dragon carriage with Subaru and his princess.
Are you sure they make it that obvious? If they're going to switch around, they must have considered that.
Oh, right! But...
I know. Damn it, damn it, damn it! Sakura was right! Who the hell are you, Subaru Natsuki?
I'm the guy kicking your ass.
I get the feeling that someone's mad at me.
Of course. You have done many things that people would get mad at you for.
Hey!
Shut up. Exactly.
Did you bring what I asked you?
I've gotten all of it. Clean blades, a table for surgery, cloth, and water. All of it. This is rather thorough.
I only have superficial knowledge of it. But the most important thing is to keep everything clean. If we mess up here, it'll be terrible all around.
Barasu, since you were so insistent about it, I put the blades over a flame beforehand. All that's left is...
The inside of the dragon carriage should be clean, but...
We can leave that to my buds.
Julia says spirits of different colors dance around him.
Aro, eek, in, ness. They are all quasi-spirits that I've contracted with.
Quasi-spirits?
They are 1 rank below spirits. You can think of them as great spirit candidates.
Considering how I'm a knight in training, there's a bunch of candidates in this battle.
That includes the fake candidate in front of us.
Grim's tongue is sharp. I hope that surgical knife will be just as sharp. While we were talking.
We cleaned the carriage interior as best we could. The preparation should be complete.
We can start at any time. The divine protection of wind repel is working, so everything is stable.
Then again, we're assuming that the dragon carriage won't get flipped on its side.
I don't want to sound ominous, but if Wolf somehow figures out which dragon carriage is the right one, or loses his patience while surging, that's a very real possibility.
We don't have any anesthetics or something that can reduce pain, do we?
No problem. You're worried about pain? Then Fairy here's magic will lessen it.
Really? I guess that makes sense. Pain from getting your throat cut is unbearable.
Surgery to help save her life. If she dies from the pain, that would make it all or nothing.
I didn't know you could mimic anesthetics. Water magic must be real convenient.
When someone's heavily injured or they're very sick, all you can do is reduce their pain in most cases.
Well...
As I said, it's curious and clearly right. Ferris is a healing mage. In other words, a doctor. Even the best doctor in the kingdom can't save every life as a given.
That is why your magic is the gentlest in this world. I am proud to have you as my friend.
Ugh, that's not what I meant. Anyway, get Miss Meowty onto the table. We need to get started immediately.
Yes, sure.
There seems to be hiding some embarrassment while Julius chuckles. Seeing this change between them makes me feel like there is a strong friendship there.
I know you don't have any friends, Barasu.
Hey, I do too, and they're both working on this mission. Oh, and there's also one doing his best trying to sell apples.
Yes, come on, Barasu, back to work.
I know. Jeez.
Rom pokes my back and I head back towards Melty. Her surgery is about to begin on what I call the operating table, and to prepare for that.
Melty, are you awake?
It looks like with the day's eyes. Understandably, she doesn't seem to know what's going on. And when she thought she was on a drag carriage, got flipped over, and she lost consciousness. Of course, she's confused.
I really wish I could explain in detail, but we don't have time. But you have to believe one thing. We will do everything we can to release you from your problems. So please believe in us. Melty?
I thought my pleading sounded sincere, but I frown upon seeing that she is not responding. The silence appears to be coming from something other than confusion. And as to confirm my worries, Melty opens her mouth.
What?
I was laying my guard down, but having so quickly, Melty knocks me to the floor. I see something strange in Melty's eyes.
Get away from Barasu!
Ooh.
Hey, Rom! Be careful!
I did go easy on her. What made her lose her temper?
No, that's not it! This isn't anger!
Miss Melty, can you hear me? Please say something. This is bad. It seems like her consciousness is clouded. Not only that.
Is she being manipulated? Could that be it?
Seems like I got them.
Got them? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. It's just that a lot of my plans have been ruined at every turn. So I'm very irritated right now. That's why I wanted to upset them at least once. Did you think I wouldn't spare any effort in setting up a way to spite them?
Don't tell me. Did you do something to Mel?
That's a matter of interpretation. All I wanted is for her to become more honest. I wanted her to wield her powers as ruler. That's all. So I gave her a little encouragement.
Oh no. At the same time near the Luganica castle.
How many times do I have to tell you? You're not taking this seriously enough. Having an imposter in the royal selection is an emergency for the whole kingdom. There is no need to play roundabout tricks to expose these malcontents.
You do have a point. However, Sir Bordeaux, I thought you had a strong dislike of Miss Amelia. The people in the castle are simply worried that your determination of who the imposter is will be based on nothing but mere conjecture.
That is a foolish concern. You can't be serious, Sir Miklatov.
Well now, I don't know about that.
Fine. I'll play along. It's true that I detest the Half-Devil candidate. I think it should be out of the question to even consider her. However, I would be so short-sighted to think that things I dislike are evil. If I were that thoughtless and shallow, I would not be here today. I would have lost my life years ago on the battlefield during the Demi-Human War. Yet that didn't happen. That's my answer to you. Sir Miklatov, are you satisfied?
Quite. In any case, the Council of Wise Men is not a monolithic group, but we all strive for the peace of the kingdom. There is no doubt about that. I hope that we can have a constructive discussion about this.
It is as you say. By the way, about Miss Melty.
Her again. What is it? It's unlike you to be this way. You seem to be playing favorites.
No.
Yeah.
But she was recommended by the Transcendent Dragon Church. She has the right disposition to maintain the covenant of the royal family with the Divine Dragon. I was simply thinking that... thinking...
Sir Rickard?
What's the matter? Are you not well?
Sir Rickard?
First suddenly screams out loud. No one in the room could hide his surprise. This isn't all.
What is this?
Sir Bordeaux! Is it not just Sir Rickard? This is the castle. No, the town as well.
Oh my. People over the city begin screaming out quickly, causing confusion everywhere.
Whoa! Damn it, what is this? This can't be happening. What the hell is going on? Laksha, Plum, please be safe.
Princess! 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 We got trouble!
What's with all the noise?
They're not there, that's
I'm
right.
in the middle of a book here. Don't interfere.
Yeah, sorry, I'll come again later. Wait, no! Now's not the time for that! There's something terrible happening in town. Everyone is wreaking havoc out there. Please, Princess. I hope you don't go and cause trouble. I'm not confident I can stop you.
Fool. This is where you should give your life to protect mine. In any case, I would never put myself in any compromising position.
Oh, well, I guess that's true. This must have something to do with what Bro said yesterday.
Probably.
Probably. So what are we going to do? Are you just going to let things...
Is there anyone attacking the manor?
None yet. I can't put Schultz at risk, so I did tell him to go into hiding.
Then it's fine. Good on you that you did your job without me having to tell you. The rest is up to them.
Oh, brother.
We have nothing to do with this.
Is that really what you want?
Do you still not understand, Al? The world exists for my sake, after all. No matter how it all ends, it is nothing for me to trifle over. Just do your part and do it well. That is all you can do.
An ominous wind is starting to blow. What I feared is becoming a reality.
Is this due to Miss Melty's evil eye? I can hear
Yeah.
it. I can hear the screams of the people throughout the royal capital. There are screams and cries of anger.
Everyone driving the dragon carriage finds out what is happening in the royal capital. Everyone is affected by something horrible.
The Great Escape will not be lasting too long.
Miss Amelia, Miss Crochet, please make your decision. Let's do this. That's why you two were brought here.
What's going on in town?
It's Melty!
What?
Melty's evil eye is going out of control. The people under her indoctrination are starting to wreak havoc. That woman must have done something.
Sakura, I knew that woman would do something like this. Damn, we've been had.
What hesitates, but it was only a brief moment.
Can't let this opportunity go to waste. Find the dragon carriage that Melty is on. I'll blow away the other two.
Got it. I'll try.
Not then her eyes suddenly widen. The fleeing dragon carriage all go off in different directions.
Why would they do this now?
Now I can't tell which is the right one.
They play such petty tricks. Damn it! Melty!
Knock her out.
Damn that conniving woman!
No time to complain.
Oh,
I
that
can't do
work.
the surgery at this rate. We're completely short on time.
Miss Rom, can you match my movements?
Who do you think you're talking to? Fear and bow before me.
No, brother.
Now then.
While Ferris and I wonder what's going on, Rom and Julius screw. Alright, and dive towards Melty.
Stay put.
You don't want to get rough on you.
Melty tries to fight them, but she doesn't stand a chance against both of them. Melty isn't a fighter in the first place. Her power of indoctrination is the only thing dangerous about her, but you only need to avoid being touched by her hands.
We
So,
have her held down. Do it now.
Ferris, please!
Got it. I'll make sure it doesn't hurt, so sleep.
right when Ferris waves over Melty, her body relaxes. Earlier, she doesn't show any sign of resistance, but
Barasu. Now is not the time to relax.
Huh?
It appears that Miss Melty acting this way was purposely triggered by someone. It's likely that it also affected the people under the effect of her evil eye.
What? Then
Yep, that's right.
it's a good thing we asked them to stay behind in case something happened.
Sir Rickard! This is not good. Rickard has gone mad. Protect Lord Miklatov, otherwise...
Oh, there's no need for...
What?
Excuse me. That's quite powerful. But anyway...
Margaret Mathers!
Oh, excuse me. It's an emergency, so I hope you'll allow a vase or two to be broken.
ha! Roswell suddenly appears and knocks out Rickard, only confused looks turned towards him.
Margaret Mathers, it appears that you have an idea of what is happening to Sir Rickard.
Yes, to be quite honest, yes. There are some machinations behind this incident, but...
But what? If you know something, say it! This goes beyond just us at the castle. We must hurry. Otherwise, the people in town...
Oh, you have no need to worry about that. I've taken the proper precautions.
Oh, that's reassuring.
Precautions, yeah.
What are they?
Well, I suppose you can say the future of the kingdom of Lagunica is bright.
Yeah!
This craziness is everywhere.
Even though he'd been in a shot, Kodaman would still had unable to get to his destination. He's trying to get back home to his wife and child.
Plum! Damn it. I have no time to waste. If I don't go back, who's gonna protect my family?
He smacks his face loudly and takes a big stride forward. He's really surrounded by a violent mob on the streets.
I'm not good at holding back. I'm not trying to kill you, but don't blame me if you die. Shit! Shit!
He punches, kicks, and throws the mobs that rush him, but they aren't acting on their own will. He doesn't want to go too hard on them. It would have been so much easier if he attacked to kill, but Kodaman did his best to hold back. It would be foolish, but he isn't confident he could hug his family again if his hands were stained with blood.
Come on, stop hiding and run away! I can't hold them back all on my own!
If I got the mob, he continues to help others get away. You have to be covering in fear. He avoids people who are trying to hide. Hiding is useless when you're up against beasts. His opponent may look human, but their spirits are closer to those of beasts. He attacks based on primal instinct, so he fights them using his fists, legs, and elbows. The feeling of impact is sickening. among us is all.
That's...
At the corner of his eye, Kodamon sees a small silhouette as he quickly jumps in that direction. If such a frail body is attacked, it'll be broken easily. He has to go rescue them before that happens.
Hey,
But
kid, if you stay here...
Kodamon hesitates for a split second, and except assessing the enemy, he never imagined that children would be among them. Shell grabs on him, stopping him in his tracks. One of them rushes him, and he gets pushed down while he'll be done for. He tries to protect the child from being crushed on his way down, but before then...
your courage. You're a man among men.
What?
Anastasia?
You should never give up. Never ever, until the very end. Anyway, Tivy.
Understood. Let's do this, everyone.
Yeah! It appears in a matter of seconds. Right when an unfamiliar girl appears, she gives out orders that cause many beastmen to rush into the scene, suppressing the entire mob. All the men, women, and children grabbing onto Kodamon shut down at one after another. Seeing their coordination power, most of all, the fact that it was a group battle consisting of only beastmen, Kodamon immediately comes to a realization.
The Iron Fang?
Oh, you know your stuff. I thought we weren't all that well known around these parts yet. At this rate, maybe I should reconsider how to sell myself.
How to sell yourself?
Mm-hmm. I'm Anastasia Hoshin. You'd better remember this face and name. I can make things worth your while.
Anastasia Hoshin.
Squats down on the spot upon hearing that name and sees how quickly things have been taken over. Seems like the minor players are done here. It wouldn't hurt to take a break now.
You sure showed yourself to be a man back there. How about it? Would you want to work with me?
It's an honor, but I think I'll pass. Because I have a wife and kid I need to go check on.
That's a manly answer there, too.
My lady, we cleaned up things over here. We're heading to the next spot, right?
Of course. We have to get more people to owe us favors. This is where we do our business. We can't fall behind other kids that are working hard.
That's right.
What's going on?
Are these thieves?
They had a crazy look in their eyes. Didn't listen to a word we said.
This is too much. We better get out of here, quick!
Man up!
Ton!
Jin!
Con! You're all so pitiful for being so ready to run away. You don't have much chance to show off in your entire lives. If you don't stand your ground here, when are you going to?
You don't know what you're talking about.
What the hell can we do in this situation? All we can do is run around like headless chickens!
Yeah, what could a bunch of outcasts like us do anyway?
Do you seriously think that? If you're serious about that, then there's nothing more I can say to you. Be the loser that you are, and just turn tail and run. I'm going. I don't want to make excuses for myself.
What good is thinking like that going to do?
When you live with a purpose, you'll never have regrets no matter how you die. Then again, just do what you want. I'm off to contain this mob the best I can.
Three men watch the girl run off, then turn to each other. The tumult of the mob can be heard in the distance. The three know it was dangerous to stay there, which was why they had escaped so desperately in the first place. You know it would be stupid to be back there, and
Damn
yet...
it. That brat just told us off! Making excuses? What's wrong with that? It's better to be alive than dead. But...
Hey, Ratchins! Kimberly!
What?
I think I dropped something of mine over there.
Yeah?
I think it's something real important. So I gotta go get it back.
Hey, are you serious? If you dropped it there, just give it up!
I can't do that. Because I'd be as good as dead without it.
Did you really drop something that important?
Gaston, don't tell
Excuses.
me. You want to help that kid out?
Cut it out. You know I'm not like that. I'm just gonna go pick up what I dropped. So, about that, you guys probably dropped the same thing.
What? Me too? When did that happen?
Yeah, I think so. So, what do you want to do?
I don't know.
Damn it all!
Ah!
Fine, I'll do it! Damn it all!
I knew you had it in you. Let's go, Kimberly.
What? But I don't even know what I dropped.
Oh, brother.
Those
Man,
guys.
everyone's helping.
Looks like they've got it in them after all. All right, I'm ready now. Show them what we slum dwellers are made of. Let's go!
Chaos spreads through the royal capital with new battles breaking out everywhere to contain it. Then,
Why is that?
insects fly through the air, closing in on Tiga. Sakura continues her one-sided offensive without even breaking a sweat. Meanwhile, a reaction should have triggered into bugs planted inside Melty, causing everyone under the effects of the evil eye within the royal capital to go into frenzy at once. The effects should have sent way through the slums as well, and yet the situation hasn't changed. Oh.
Why? How?
Something's wrong. Sakura doesn't understand. Everything should have finally been going according to her plan, but...
To be losing your edge, Sakura. You sure you want to be distracted while facing me?
Tiga strikes down the bugs and moves as quickly as an arrow. Sakura slows him down with more bugs, then heaps backward to get more distance between them. She then follows up with another wave of range attacks. She has been repeating this strategy the entire fight, but her attempts to take him down have been unsuccessful.
Oh, Tiga, you're much tougher than I thought. You must be wounded all over. And your bleeding won't stop with the type of bugs I've been using. I'm sure you're feeling dizzy right about now. Or are you able to remain standing all out of love for Melty?
That's right. It's out of love for Mel. Not that you'd understand what love is. I know that love can empower you. Just thinking about Mel gives me more power than all of the blood I've lost.
You don't know when to shut up. Just like that Subaru.
That's starting to seem like a badge of honor. Turns out he's a greater person than I expected. I was getting worried when you started talking so much. But it sounds like your plot was a dud after all. Too bad for you. Subaru Natsuki has one-upped you every step of the way, Sakura Element. That's the truth.
How dare you! That foolish little brat cannot possibly get the better of...
Ha! This Sakura's about to finish her sentence.
Well, we cannot have that. It stands to reason that you're unable to win when you've miscalculated your enemy. It appears that your defeat could not be avoided.
What?
It's you!
Council Wiseman, but Devon turns pride toward the voice, so that blows with fluttering in the dry wind of the slums.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, Wilhelm.
I am Wilhelm Trios. I am but a humble swordsman, and subject of Duchess Cruce Carsten.
Man, he literally thought of everything for this plan, dude. Sort of a air about the old swordsman. Sakura feels her throat go dry upon hearing him declare his name.
Trias. Where have I heard that name before?
I would say I've come to help, but that is not the case. I am not here to assist you, but to fight in your stead.
What do you mean?
There's chaos breaking out all around the royal capital as we speak. I have been quelling the unrest for some time now. However, in my experience, these things must be dealt with at the source. That is why I will take over from here.
But that woman is the mastermind behind this all.
Make no mistake. Is your objective to defeat the enemy? Is your objective to defeat the enemy?
He considers the question as repeated to him and gulps loudly.
It's not. My objective is to help Mel.
Very good. My land dragon is just around the corner in the back street. You should be able to ride it to catch up. Now go.
Thank you for everything.
Not to worry. This old man finds joy in these things. A long time ago, many people helped to set the stage for me. And now I must repay that favor.
Tiga nods, lets out his sigh, and finally sheathes his sword, and he turns to Sakura.
Tiga, I won't allow this.
Mel is not fit to be ruler. Even if she has the power, she can choose not to follow that path. I want to have Mel choose for herself.
She turns around and runs off, and Sakura reaches out towards him as he leaves.
Stop! Tiga!
Sakura bug swarm forth her cry. Their wings buzzing in a frenzy. However, as they fly towards their target, a flashing blade cuts through them in an instant. Sakura feels a chill down her spine upon witnessing her sheer mastery of the sword.
Call yourself a humble swordsman? This is...
I've simply wielded the sword for a long time. With my lack of natural talent, that is all there is to it. Though in my years, I've learned to understand the principle of things.
Principle?
Indeed. A man will go to the woman he loves. Standing in the way is the epitome of boorishness. Prepare yourself. Our paths may not have crossed until this fated day.
but your head shall be mine for this aged sword devil's taking.
Sword devil? I see. The sword devil.
Find here in the alias of the old swordsman Sakura looks up at the sky. He is nowhere in sight now. Left all alone, Sakura begins to laugh.
This can't be! How did this happen? All of my plans were discovered! My plots all exposed! Impossible! It's like he saw through everything! Subaru Natsuki! What did you do, Subaru Natsuki?
Of course, I had a little bit of audio issue there, so sorry.
Anastasia's going to the Nobles District and Shopping District, and Felt's heading to the slums. But we aren't out of the woods yet. We need Melty to get back to her senses as soon as possible.
You don't have to keep repeating yourself. I know my role here.
Subaru, you should calm down. You've done enough already. Leave the rest to us.
Besides, you'll just get in the way. Are you sure you want to see all the blood and guts?
I'm actually not that good with gore. All right. I'd hate to leave now, but I'll go outside. But my heart is with you guys. If you feel lonely, just think of me and...
Shut up. Hurry up and go.
Mealy, what's the situation?
Subaru, is everything okay in there?
Yeah, the surgery is starting. I have a feeling something bad is happening in the city.
Let's leave that to the others. We have to do our own job.
Right. We can't be worrying about everything at once. We only have so many hands between us. We just need to grasp what's in front of us with both our hands.
Yes, and we're fleeing in different directions from the other dragon carriages right now. I don't see Wolf behind us anymore, so I think we're okay.
I don't want to guess based on hope. Never be too optimistic, or...
I was about to review our plans to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Subaru!
That's...
He cries out, Subaru also sees us directly ahead of the dragon carriage. It's Wolf, isn't it? Yep.
There he is!
Did he circle around us? But how did he get in front of the dragon carriage?
No, there's something else going on.
The dragon carriages had split off in different directions, but their ultimate destinations were the same, south of the royal capital. So what I had to do is wait at the south of the city and attack all three at once. A simple yet effective tactic.
Normally he shouldn't have enough mana to do this, but...
It's coming!
Stop me!
Wolf howls and a horrifically large ball of fire appears above his head. I don't know how much about that magic, but even I can tell that thing is abnormally powerful. I don't know, a few drops of mana, according to Puck and Beatrice. I could use some of my reserves through thousands of times without filling up that much firepower. Wolf launches an attack towards us without mercy.
Wolf! What? Tega! I won't let you! Mel is in that dragon carriage!
She sliced deep into Wolf's arm. The giant ball of fire is slightly veered off course as it is hurled away from Wolf's muscular arm. The brief shames Tiga and Wolf is absorbed by the fireball in his way. Hey, Tiga to the rescue! While the fire continues towards us.
Don't worry, Subaru. We should be able to handle that.
Mealy?
It might have been dangerous if it was just me here, though.
I'll follow your lead. There's no time to practice, but can you do it?
Yes! Leave it to Subaru's run!
Subaru's run.
You heard them. Hang tight, Subaru!
Got it! Wait, where do I hang on?
Try to follow Mila's direction. Look for something to hang on to on the coachman's seat.
One blow, 100 felled!
Oh, Yuma! Open the way!
While taking the remnants of today, unleash their powerful attacks. They shoot forth and collide with the fireball, causing it to break apart in an explosion of light. Even sound vanishes in that moment, and the world is engulfed in a white light. No, it just disappeared from sight. Slowly, sound and color return to my world. Oh, you hugging here?
What happened?
If you can speak, it means we ended up fine.
Trash cries out from pulling the carriages of sponsor Mila's comment. Mila then smiles.
I'm fine too. Does it hurt anywhere, Subaru?
I think I'm fine. Wait, Mealy, don't you think you're really close?
Because you grabbed onto my hips.
Huh?
I was having a let out a cry panic.
Sorry! I didn't do it on purpose! I really didn't! But you smell real nice. I mean, that's not what I meant to say!
Hey, Subaru, watch out! If you back away too much.
Huh?
So the was warning, I stepped back into open. He had thrown out the dragon carriage and nearly crashed into the ground.
It'd be pretty sad if this is how you died.
Whoa! Sorry about that. Thanks a bunch. Wait, Tiga?
Cool it, will ya? No need to react so weirdly.
How could I not? I thought you stayed behind in the slums. Where's Sakura? Did you beat her?
Yeah. Are you okay? It seemed really tough with all those weird bugs to deal with. Oh, but thank you for saving Subaru. You're such a scatterbrain, Subaru.
Haven't heard that in a while.
Whoa. Both of you, calm down. First, I didn't defeat Sakura. Someone else took my place.
Took your place? Who?
An old man called Wilhelm. He claimed to be a swordsman who serves Miss Cruchet.
Wilhelm, did Cruchet send him out for us?
Cruchet really knows what she's doing. But you said you didn't defeat Sakura.
That's because I left before the fight ended. That old man gave me a lecture. He said I have to do what a man is supposed to do, by being next to the woman I love. That's the gist of it anyway.
It's like you to say that. So are you here for Melty's surgery?
Yeah. I want to watch by her side. If I won't get in the way, that is.
That depends on the guys inside, but I think it's okay.
That said, yeah. I look at the silhouette of the ground in the wake of the dragon carriage. Wolf lays face up on the path as we continue to move away. His all-out attack was affected by Amelia and the others, and he struck down by Tia's ambush. He doesn't have the strength to get back up.
Surgery inside, so we can't afford to lose the divine protection of Wind Repel. We won't be able to stop the dragon carriage.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to stop. I'm going to go see Mel. I want to stay by the woman I love.
Got it.
Are you sure it's okay to go inside? I heard what they're doing to Melty is really painful.
He's prepared for it. It's not right for me to say anything.
Okay.
Okay! The rolling smell of blood hints me the moment I enter, and we realize what a monumental task they are facing. The seats of the dragon carriage were removed, and a table seemed to have been jammed in there. On top of the table lays Mel, and over that table.
Julius, I need more light. Rom, hold her down tightly.
Ferris, calm down. If you rush this, you could make a grave mistake.
I know that, but I've never done such a weird treatment where you fix one part and leave the other.
Just focus on what you want to do. Julius and I will help you.
I'm giving Subaru a piece of my mind later.
Three surrounded the table. Mel is on while they exchange words fervently. The thick smell of blood is permeating the interior. Mel's throat is cut into a sharp blade. Mel is overtaken by a violent impulse, but I clearly mumbled those magic words to myself.
Peace.
Immediately regain my calm. Not only does my divine protection of insensitivity prevent others from affecting my mind, it allows me to maintain my sense of calm. And paralyze fear, forget worries, raise anger, and push away sorrow. Allow me to stave off the negative aspects of emotions. Don't allow myself to get agitated. Remain calm and quickly realize that we're trying to do. Open up Mel's throat and forcibly open a blocked esophagus. Dumbfounded, I continue to watch their seemingly barbaric act. It's a logical mess that I never would have thought of it. Mel's body has been reconstructed as so healing magic could not return to normal. Mel's body considers her current state whole, so healing magic can't save her. That's why.
Oh, an uninvited guest.
That's a bit mean to say. I got permission from the two outside to come in here.
Outside? Oh, you mean Barisu and Miss Amelia? Their permission is meaningless here.
Wow.
Unfortunately for you, they have no authority to let you in.
Setting Subaru aside, I'm surprised you'd say that about Miss Amelia.
I'm slightly taken back by Ron's words, but I'm relieved to see that she's maintaining her presence of mind as well.
How'd you get here?
I got saved by this really powerful old man. He said he was a swordsman for Miss Cruchet.
Oh, it was Old Man Will? An excellent move by Miss Cruchet. And you came at a good time. Come on over.
Me?
I walk over to where the 3-year crowd around Mel to get a better look at her. Huh. That artwork is beautiful. Should have seen more of this artwork. Mel is unconscious at the throat cut open, seeing her lying there pale as of course to peel the color drain from my own face. I see her small chest move with each breath, and sorry, I washed away my anxiety with inner peace.
What should I do? I'll have you know that I probably can't help in cutting open Mel's throat. It's impossible for me to put a knife into the woman I love. You'll have to ask someone else.
I'm not going to ask someone to do something so advanced on the fly. It's something else.
Can you hold on to Miss Melty's hand?
Her hand?
You get the best job out of all of us. Yes, hold on to her hand.
Confused by her request, they want me to hold on Mel's hand while their grand procedures going on. I have no clue as what the point of doing such a thing would be. Calm her down, I guess.
I wouldn't recommend it if we were working with healing magic here. You wouldn't want to transfer mana onto the patient through touch. But when it comes to this surgery thing, I want you to be holding her hand.
At times, that can be what saves the patient.
Rom?
When nightmares keep you up at night, having someone's warmth by your side can make all the difference. That is enough to get you through those sleepless nights. Even such cheap miracles can happen.
The cheap part was unnecessary.
Just for her breath and tone, there's kindness around birds. I take a deep breath, and then... Fine. I gently hold Mel's hand. She's unconscious, throat open with her interior exposed. Despite everything that's going on, her heart pulses strong. My god, like she's fighting for her life. This Mel's response to me has set my mind outstanding her and never letting go. Okay, I've been recording for way too long.
Let go of your hand, Mel. I know you don't like having your hand held, and the reason behind it, but...
I already started long ago.
I won't let go.
You again.
Here's you're all out of tricks.
She points the sword whip who lies at her feet.
How pathetic of me. I fell right into the trap.
No matter how much you may plot, you are no match for Subaru. Your acts of barbarism end here.
Barbarism? Barbarism, huh? Is that what the desperate struggles of outcasts like me look like to you?
Don't make any sudden movements. I've heard from Subaru Natsuki that he wants to help you. But I will show no mercy if you resist. That goes for Rem here as well.
Yes, Rem will not hold back. So please do not resist.
You want to help me? How kind of you. But I reject your help. I have no desire for your mercy.
What spits out the words like a curse. Rem and Cruchet feel their bodies weighed down and immediately realize the cause. While Eagle Eyes hands toward the man and others, knowing this, they were quick to react.
Warn you.
There will be no second warning.
Cruchet and Rem take a stance simultaneously while Wolf smiled under his mask. They strike him and he's unable to dodge with his body being unresponsive.
Focus gone too.
He cracks a watery smile at his own pitiful words. His partner was now gone, which was completely understandable. There was no bond between Puka and himself in the first place. Puka was simply assigned to him, or rather Solemn, to keep an eye on things. Solemn, you better come out of there, man. Hoven interjected himself between them, so they couldn't have thoughts of each other as anything but a nuisance. They ended up spending the most time with each other while following orders, and never once trusted each other. Now he lay there in the moments before life and death, but there was no way she could be around too.
My goodness. I'm such a softie.
Oh no.
What?
Puka takes Rem Rod's attack in his place of Wolf. Instead of being a spirit with no physical body, the impact sends a fatal shock through her. Spirits are beings who, with an odd as their core, as it's broken, their soul shatters. Once it's damaged, even spirits cannot avoid death. That's why.
Puka!
Who slowly falls and Wolf catches her tiny body. He desperately calls out the fleeting life in his hands, and his heart not to shake her.
Puka, you idiot! What were you thinking? Why did you protect me?
Stop shouting in my ear.
Why?
Idiot. Who'd want to help a jerk like you? But I had no choice. Your
Wow.
is Solemn's. And your face, too.
Come on, Solon, come out of there.
Puka, you...
I like solemn. Oh, I hate you. You're solemn, only on the outside. So this is sort of a compromise.
Puka smiles weakly and goes limp. Bo tries to hold on to the life growing faint in his hands.
No, please. Wait for me, Puka. You... This isn't like you. You should be cursing at me like usual. You hated being used by me, didn't you? How can you die like this? You were supposed to grow, to become a great spirit. How could... Puka?
Puka's body begins to glimmer and fade. It's a sign of impending death that even spirits cannot avoid. A precursor to disappearing and melding into the rest of the world.
Hey, no. This has to be some kind of joke. Don't die, Puka. Don't die for a coward like me. Don't!
Miss Crochet!
The attack landed, though the intended target was not hit.
Yes, I believe it's over.
Even without exchanging many words, they knew the result of what they have done. It's clear there was no need to pressure Wolf, the man who called himself the malevolent masked magician, any further.
We'll need to report this tragic incident to Subaru.
But we can't change what happened. I will go apologize to Subaru Natsuki with you. I have enough reason to do so.
Yes, and now...
All they have to do is restrain Wolf from a group of Subaru and the others. Once Melty's surgery is complete, everything will be settled. Though they still have to capture Sakura.
This is...
The two turn their attention to what they would do next. A powerful sense of fatigue suddenly comes crashing down upon them. They've been hit with the same effect earlier, but the draining sensation is far more powerful this time.
I won't let you die.
Wolf...
I won't let you die. No way!
Wolf mumbles himself as he stands, colorful mana shimmering thickly in the air around him like a rainbow shroud.
The concentration of mana is so thick that it's visible. Is he absorbing it endlessly?
Crochet shudders at the thought. I knew Wolf's evil eye could absorb mana from others, but...
All vessels have their limit. If you absorb mana beyond your capacity, you will crack and shatter.
I don't care!
Wolf absorbs mana at the accelerated rate as his emotions heighten, bringing Rem and Crochet to their knees. Wolf holds Puka in his arms, transferring mana into their crying tears of blood.
I don't care if I end up breaking. Her core is already cracked. I have to keep feeding her mana to keep her from disappearing. And that's what I'll do. I don't care if I end up draining the whole world. I'll keep her alive until the very last moment. Now, awaken and fight once more! Great Spirit of Fire, Puka! Incinerate my soul along with our enemies!
Oh no.
It can't be.
Let's do this, Puka! We will destroy the enemy! To the south of the royal capital. Pursue the fleeing enemies. Melty must be there. We need to get her and her evil eye back. That accursed royal capital. Those detestable citizens. Give us everything!
This is bad. He's after Melty Christie's.
Let us go, Miss Crochet.
Rum.
The person I care about, as well as your first knight, are all in Wolf's path. We must catch up and help stop him at all costs.
She closes her eyes upon hearing Rem's strong yet sorrowful plea. Her amber eyes then open once more, and she nods deeply.
Naturally, that is what we must do. Fortunately for us, the effect of his evil eye has lessened due to him expanding its range of effect. Now we should be able to catch up. However...
Crochet turns to see the land dragon has been, one of the carriers now unconscious, has been robbed of its mana like Crochet and Rem, leaving it unable to run its
We won't
state.
be able to catch them on foot.
We must do something.
Then would you ladies like a ride?
It's you.
few minutes have passed since he got entered a dragon carriage for Melty's surgery.